News White House correspondent Karen Travers.
The president saying this in a text: considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Peace Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace, although it will always be predominant, but now can think about what is good and proper for the United States of America.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has issued a statement saying ICE has arrested 10,000 people in Minnesota under the Trump administration and at least 3,000 since the recent crackdown began. Train inspectors in Spain say they don't understand what happened. A high-speed train that was just inspected 4 days ago jumped the tracks, landed on another set of tracks where it was hit by another train going the opposite direction. 39 people killed. This is ABC News. Snow is impacting a whole lot of people this week, including those who don't see it very often, like folks in the Florida Panhandle.
I saw a whole lot of snow.
More than a half inch in the Florida Panhandle, topping palm trees in Chipley, down to Pensacola. The snow came with wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour and blizzard warnings in the northern plains, from North Dakota to Saugatuck, Michigan. Lake effect snow enhancing those whiteouts along the Michigan shoreline. And in the air, the snow impacting people traveling home from the holiday weekend.
That's ABC Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z. ESPN reporting that after 9 seasons, the Buffalo Bills have fired head coach Sean McDermott. The Bills sputtering out of the playoffs against the Broncos over the weekend. Despite having arguably the best quarterback in the league in Josh Allen, they also have not been able to get to the Super Bowl at all during McDermott's 9-year tenure, much less win it. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
The Front Range got a dose of snow showers overnight into the early morning hours.
Kind of interesting how this particular event is unfolding. Some of the west side of town actually has not seen a whole lot of snow, and we'll probably only see maybe an inch in a few areas, maybe even less than that. It looks like the main chunk of snow is actually organizing kind of in just to the south and southeast of the Denver metro area.
Dave Bargenbrook with the National Weather Service. 2 inches of snow fell in parts of Denver and Littleton, about an inch in Thornton. At the resorts, Copper, Breck, and Winter Park, each reporting 2 inches of new snow, 4 at Loveland, 8 at Eldora. Keep an eye on the sky. A G4 aurora forecast for tonight has been issued by NOAA. It could mean the aurora borealis will be visible in northern Colorado early tonight. In Colorado, gas prices are on the rise. The current average, $2.51 a gallon, up 11 cents from a week ago. But compared to a year ago, gas prices 38 cents a gallon lower.
Now, impact traffic.
Snowy roadways up north and out across the mountains. Bright sunshine to the south. Denver is a mix in the middle right now. Crash eastbound C470 blocking 3 left lanes at Yosemite, and a wreck on Chatfield blocking the left lane before C470. Quebec is pretty heavy both directions for an accident south of Exposition, and a crash eastbound Alameda before Fairmount Drive. Keep it steady this morning. I'm Danny Christos with traffic.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of how Abraham Lincoln became our first wired president. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
You could win $1,000.
Oh, really? Excellent. That's awesome.
9 chances a day to win $1,000. Listen weekdays 9 a.m. through 5 p.m.
It's that easy.
On Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Sponsored by Window Nation.
You'd love new windows, but don't want to pay a fortune for them. Well, during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 window
Be as well with Cutarelli Vision and Dr. Cutarelli. See if you're a candidate by going to coloradorle.com, coloradorle.com. Get rid of those readers, glasses, and contacts, plus never worry about cataracts, coloradorle.com.
Your one stop for advertising? Call it.
Mr. Martino, are you with us, sir?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Here's your chance to win.
I'm trying to get that remote camera working. Sorry.
Nationwide keyword.
Don't be sorry.
All right.
$1. Enter it now.
I don't know what happened, but it's not connecting.
Afternoons 4 to 6.
Monday at 4, as we remember and honor the great Dr. King. What do you think he would think of the modern Democratic Party, starting with Polis, Bennett, Hickenlooper, the whole lot of them? Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. I'm at Casa Studio with Frank Duran, the real estate man, and Marc Mager is at the main studio with our guests. Go ahead, Mark. What's happening?
Well, we got Stephanie Thomas so far. I think Frank Duran, the real estate man, as well as John Clay, CMG Financial. I cannot wait to talk a little bit about loans today. I know interest rates are down. Hopefully that's going to speed up selling of homes around Denver Metro.
Yeah.
We're going to dig into that, man.
Yeah, and by the way, for those streaming, just a technical note, for some reason, the camera for the remote for the home studio, the main base, Mark, and the guests is not up yet, but we'll be working on that. Meanwhile, Frank Duran is with me in my studio.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah. And then Stephanie Thomas, of course, and Stephanie is from the Pikes Peak region, they call it, and Colorado Springs and about. And then we have, of course, John. And John Clays is a mortgage banker, and they make loans direct. And CMG, God, they've been around forever. And they have the all-in-one loan. And the all-in-one loan, I won't say is immune from interest rates, but it certainly plays a part in the market when you have this loan, because it's I call it the liquid loan. That's what I called it years ago. The liquid loan is simply a 30-year line of credit on your house, and you pay it up and you pay it down, you borrow it up, you pay it down, you borrow it up, and then every dime you have in your bank account counts as a dollar saved in interest. So let me get the show up and running and take your calls. Robert wants to talk about a 2022 Silverado, and let's start with you, sir. What's going on in your life? How can we help you?
Yes, thank you for taking my call.
Yes, guys. Sir. What's happening?
I bought a 2022 Chevy 3500 HD Duramax from Castle Rock Chevrolet.
Now, is this
back in August?
It's not a diesel, is it?
It is.
Oh, okay.
2020 3500.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, thank you. And so, what's going on with it?
It had been in this. It's been in the shop since August, about 6 or 7 times, trying to figure out why the check engine light keeps coming on and throwing the code for the DEF system that the diesel particulate filter is loading up, and it's not burning out, and it's common problem, I guess.
Now, what year is this? Is a 22? How many miles on it?
Correct. When I bought it, there was 63,000 miles on it, and there's about 72 on it now, I'm guessing. I don't know. I haven't had it for a while. But,
okay.
When they did the first initial service on it, it sounds like they loaded it up with 20.8 quarts of oil when it only needs 9.5.
Oh, geez.
So I've been running around for.
Wait, so you're positive? You're positive it was overfilled?
Yeah. So I took it to Mike Maroney here because they've. In Colorado Springs.
No, I get it. What did they say about it? What did they say about it?
They figured within the first day they found out that it had too much oil, and they're like, "Well, here's your problem." They took video of it.
And what did they say? Did they say it did any? Did they say it did any permanent damage?
I haven't got the truck back yet, Tom. They've had it for 3 weeks now. On Tuesday, it'll be 3 weeks, and they're trying to get it to burn off correctly, but it's not.
What do you mean burn? Okay, so basically, when did you have it serviced where it was overfilled? When was that service?
Before I bought it, they serviced the vehicle.
Okay, and you bought it when? When was this done?
In August.
Okay, so you bought it from them after they serviced it.
Correct.
And are they, so you feel they should take responsibility for it being overfilled?
I do. And
why? But you could have had the listen. If you may be right. I don't know, Mark. This is a weird one. It's not like there was a defect. It was like they sold it to him that way, but it was as is. So I was thinking, if you had a normal pre-buy, if you had a normal pre-buy,
well, what's the big deal if it had a little too much oil? What kind of damage did it create? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, he just said how much overfilled was it? How many quarts over?
So there's supposed to be 9.5 quarts, and I don't know if that's with the filter or not, but there's over like 20.8 quarts in there.
Well, it looks like they probably did the oil change. The tech or whoever was doing it forgot that they already put oil in, and someone else did the same thing again.
I didn't even know it would even hold that much. I want to get Kevin Calkin on. I think we should get Sheridan Aldertake just to weigh in on this.
Maybe is there any damage? I still haven't heard.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Is there any damage as a result of this?
I'm not 100% sure. They've got it running. They got it running, but it's not running correctly. They still haven't released it.
And once again, I do apologize. I was trying to get something going.
What?
Let me ask you something. Bought it, and then when did you?
Let me explain it, Mark. He bought it in August of 2025. They had just serviced it and overfilled it with oil. He bought it back then, right after they serviced it. So he believes they're responsible because when they
wait. He drove with an extra 10 quarts of oil for 6 months,
over
7 months.
Miles. Yeah.
Nah, get Kevin on. I'm not. Something's weird.
So, but that's the bottom line, Robert. You feel they're responsible for it because they were the last one that touched it, right?
Yeah, and I've talked to the service rep out there who I've always dealt with, Ed, and they admitted to it. Hey, our calibration was off.
I find this very hard to believe. I really want to get Kevin on.
Okay, let's do that. That's a great idea. But I want to ask something, and I'm asking you, Mark. I'm asking you, Robert. As is, if you did a simple pre-buy inspection, they would have noticed it was overfilled. Why is as is? Why aren't you relying on that? Or did you buy this with some kind of warranty?
Yeah, it has factory warranty on it still.
Okay, but the factory won't cover abuse, which could be overfilling. But as Mark said, let's talk first to Kevin. Hold on. Let's talk and find out what the heck happens when you overfill something. I mean, that's really what we have to find out, okay? Is there something that will happen permanently to this truck, okay? And 303-713-TALK is our number for everyone else, 303-713-8255. Or you can call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. I want to do a quick roundabout right now, real quick here. And again, for those streaming, you don't have to text me. I understand that the studio cam, it just came on. All right, so I'm going to bring them up so you can see Mark's pretty face. I don't know why people even want to see him, but anyway, Mark is there, and I don't see Stephanie. Is she there? Mark is
She just stepped out.
Okay, so so what I want to ask Frank Duran, the real estate man, right now before we go to break. Frank, we always ask this when you're on. Okay, what's the state of real estate right now in the Denver metro area?
Tom, good morning, friend. You know something? This is great. Now we're past the holidays. The buyers are coming out of hibernation. We're seeing a new spark in the market. And
you are seeing a new spark.
Absolutely. And I would say this: we see optimism too. Rates dropped a little bit, and typically that third week of January, That's where we see now a little bit more spark in the market because there's that silent period.
Does that always happen this time of year, or is it just this year?
Every year.
Every year after the holidays.
Because between the holidays, it's like
no one does anything.
Yeah, it's like this eye of the hurricane, you know. Homes still move. It's just at a very slow pace. All of a sudden, buyers just start coming out. And we just put a couple under contracts. We're just moving these properties. And some of these sellers that pull off over the holidays all of a sudden put their homes back on the market too.
So bottom line, spark. Okay, Stephanie, I see you came back into the studio. What about the Pikes Peak region?
Yeah, same. I'm starting to see increased activity. Definitely the interest rate reduction has caused some optimism with buyers. I'm definitely, I think, seeing a little bit more activity. Same, I've put some things under contract, so I'm feeling really good going into 2026.
Interest rates have a big play in the market. Let's face it. I mean, they do.
They do.
So, John Clay.
What are they right now?
I was going to ask John Clace. John, what was the last movement, up or down, and what are they right about now? What was the last actual Fed movement? John?
He's not here yet.
Oh, I'm
Tom.
sorry. Who do I see there?
I thought you were saying he was there for a minute.
Oh, no,
I was like, what?
I'm sorry, Mark. I thought, is that Deputy Doc I'm seeing then? I'm sorry. I'm looking at a tiny little.
Hey, good morning, Frankie.
Oh, my God.
Good morning,
Doc.
Doc.
John, you did that.
No, I saw his back only. And anyway, so welcome to the show, everyone. We're going to come back. We'll talk about real estate, but we'll talk about anything on your mind at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And it's important to note that there are ways around the interest rate. With the all-in-one loan we can talk about, or anything else on your mind. And we have Frank Duran, we have Stephanie Thomas, soon to come John Clace with CMG Mortgage, and Deputy Doc in the studio as well. Robert, hang on, we'll get an expert for you as well. Water Pros, the best systems, the lowest prices, bar none. Waterpros.net. Get the whole house filter for just $21.95. No one can come close to this price on this or any water system. 303-862-5554.
Thank you. All right.
All right. What? All right.
Well, you know the deal, right?
What do I have?
Oh, didn't he tell you? No lives today.
At all.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Attorneys?
No, wait, seriously, we have none?
Uh-huh.
The whole log is no lives.
You're correct.
Tell him we have 0 spots today. He probably doesn't know.
But Mark, why? Why? What's the reason?
Nope, Mark's leaving.
Okay. Okay, how much time do I have then, sir?
5 minutes.
All right. I'm going to go get more coffee.
You're looking good, my friend. You look really good.
I'm getting stronger. Do you want anything, brother?
I'm just going to use the restroom if that's okay.
Yep.
Some long drives.
But I don't have you on the log. Sure. Yeah, texting would be better. All right, no problem. Thank you.
Mark?
Yeah, Mom.
This is pretty interesting.
What do you got?
Compared to what?
This is a real time
Give it.
of satellites in orbit. Going back from 1960, that's how many satellites are in orbit right now.
Jesus. That's amazing. They all don't hit each
Isn't
other.
it?
Does it say how many? Oh, 14,900.
14,000, isn't that unreal?
Who? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's because it was Martin Luther King and it didn't end up on the log. Just tell them there was a screw up and we'll do it. Let's tell them we'll do it at 12:15. Tell them we're going to do it at 12:15. We're just going to pop it in at 12:15.
What do you mean there was a screw up?
Come again, sir?
Racist piece of crap. I marched on the Capitol 45 years ago so we could have the day off.
I understand.
And now you're saying there's a screw up?
Yeah.
All right. So, excuse me, Mr. James Earl Ray. Holy crap.
Yeah. How come you have that echo turned on in there?
Hang on. I think I can make it worse. Hang on.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Frank!
Frank.
How you guys doing?
How'd you end up over there?
Tom sent me a text. So I just changed my route a little.
Turn that down, damn it.
No, he needs it on so he can go poop and know when he's back.
What? Who?
Huh?
Where? What?
Lassie,
Huh?
I'm stuck in a well.
Huh?
Go get Uncle
Huh?
Can I make it
Frank, call me afterwards. We'll talk about that echo is going to implode my head.
Okay.
I can turn it off. Here, turn it off.
Oh, my goodness.
It was my monitor was way.
Shannon, you have them so overmodulated.
Who's overmodulated? I can adjust stuff.
No, don't touch. You're going to make him touch something.
No, I won't. I won't. Sorry, Frank. Sorry.
That's awesome. God, that's awesome.
Tom, I heard you saying omega-6 is bad for you? Or omega? Really?
Omega-6 will kill you.
Oh, my goodness.
But omega-3
You don't take
is okay,
omega-6.
right?
Well,
I love
it
omega.
doesn't come in a supplement.
Just I like it every 1 through 10.
My understanding is like
what?
fish oils and stuff like that.
I like all omega.
But omega-6 is not fish oil.
Omega 4,
Omega-6 is seed
omega
oil.
12.
What's in salmon, though? It's rich
What's
in something.
omega-69?
Alpha
What's in that?
omega.
Huh? Alpha?
Omega alpha.
Ooh, I like omega watches. Didn't James Bond exclusively have those for a while? Omega?
Hey, we saw. Are you a moviegoer or not a moviegoer, Shannon?
Hang on. Kelly thinks she needs to talk to you again.
Are you sure you want to do Joe Quijano at 12:15?
Yeah, just pop it in.
Okay.
It's a call in. Just tell him.
Tell me what. Okay, never mind.
Make sure it's good with Joe, though. Just tell him. Just tell him we don't have any live commercials today because of the holiday.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
We're going to get his in at 12:15.
And if Joe is participating in the parade, we'd understand if he can't join us at 12:15. Which is where you guys should be, but you're racist.
Right. You know, it's always pleasant to have a bright attitude like Shannon every day. I don't even know where to
Listen, I've
start.
tried being nice decades ago.
I love you, Shannon. You're wonderful.
So everybody can lick my Rafe.
Hey.
Huh.
You're a son of a bitch.
I dare you to Google Rafe.
Rafe?
Oh my God! Don't.
Oh, I won't.
Google Rafe.
No.
I made her
Nothing. No. I won't do anything.
You know, short-term inflammation is necessary for the healing process. So sometimes omega-6
Mark,
is good for you.
No, it absolutely is not. Absolutely. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have a show in a show on this show. Did I just say that? We have a show in a show on the show, and the show in the show on the show is off the air when we're streaming still. You can hear it at YouTube, and it's at Troubleshooter Network. I want to go to Junior. He has a question about an Audi class action suit. And by the way, you know, I don't know about this particularly, but I'm looking it up right now. So what is going on with you, Junior? What's happening?
Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir. I'm going to look this one up.
There's a class action suit going on, and I don't know if it's...
Okay, which one is it? Is it... There are a number of different ones I just found. The one I found had to do with the engine.
The oil leak and...
It alleges that 2009 to 2011 models were designed defectively.
Yeah, what kind of vehicle do you have, man?
An Audi.
2013 Q5.
Well,
SUV.
What do you need to know?
Yeah, excessive oil consumption due to defective pistons, rings, and also issues with turbochargers.
Exactly. And it's still open. It's still open for claims.
So are they denying you? What's the deal?
I just wanted to know if you have to have a class action suit authorized in the state of Colorado, or is it a nationwide class action?
I don't know what court this has been filed with, but normally class actions are not restricted unless they're restricted. So we got to see who the class is. We just have to look that up as far as this particular case. Most of the time with automobiles, they're federal, and the recalls and all of the results are federal, which would mean that you have to file wherever you are. Have you heard, and did you get any mail? Like, first of all, did you have this from new?
No.
Okay.
Used.
Okay. And another thing, many times you won't be eligible if it's used. But we have to dig into this, and I'm doing it right now. I'm looking actually into it. Actually, no, I just read here, wait a minute, where it just closed out, this suit. Mark, the one that you looked up, does it say it's still open for claims?
I didn't dive that deep.
Okay. Consumer action, let's see. Go ahead.
I thought it was closed in 2024, so I don't know how you can.
Yeah, it looks like deadlines for claims and these settlements have largely passed.
Yeah, it's closed. So,
too late.
So it's too late. If you don't get in, first of all, just so you know, most class actions, most of them do not cover subsequent owners. They usually cover only new owners. Very seldom would they cover you if you bought it used to begin with. How many miles on it when you bought it?
Maybe 20,000, maybe.
Okay. How many on it now do you have?
Maybe 120.
Wow. So you put 100,000 miles on it. What is your gripe right now?
If it's closed.
No, I mean, what is wrong with your car right now?
It's burning oil and leaking oil.
Okay. I think that at 120,000 miles, I just don't think you're going to be covered. In fact,
Hyundai actually covered stuff for that, but basically the class action
closed.
contact.
This is closed. You want to give them the contact?
Yeah, it's 833-637.
Okay.
2922.
Yeah, he wants to do that again.
Repeat it.
Actually, here, this is even easier because the phone number will be there. TurboClassSettlement.com. TurboClassSettlement.com.
By the way, do you have a turbo?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so this class action, and there's a case number too. So just go to that website, turboclasssettlement.com. It does have everything right there. But you're not going to get anything anyway. So that's just the way it is. But at least try. And again, class actions almost never cover second owners. And by the way, unless it's safety and something happened, they also have mileage limits. And if you have a car that's a 20, whatever year you said it was, and you put 100,000 miles on it, you're not going to get anything. Kevin Calkin.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Do you have another question, Junior? I mean, did he have another question?
I hate to say this, but I know you hate maintenance contracts, but should I buy a maintenance contract? And if anything happens to
God, no, because it wouldn't cover a precondition.
First of all, it wouldn't cover it. And maintenance contracts on used cars are mostly useless. I mean, people think they're going to buy something and be covered. But as Mark said, they're just going to say, oh, this was pre-existing. We can tell the engine had problems. This database is proof that the engine had problems. So they won't cover it. It just won't. And if you buy one anyway now, you're already having excessive oil consumption. You just missed the boat, Junior. I mean, just drive it till, drive it. You got a lot of miles on it. Keep going as long as you can. Thanks for calling. I want to go to Kevin Calkin, our expert, one of our auto experts. Hey, man, SheridanAutotech.com. And we want to know something on this issue of a 2022 Chevy Silverado. What would happen if it was overfilled with oil? How many quarts, Mark or Robert, did you say?
He said, the caller said it's supposed to take 10. It's a diesel, a 350, and there was 20 in it, and he drove it since last August with 20 quarts in it. I find that impossible.
Yeah, so he bought it in August, and what he's saying, Kevin, it was when he bought it, They had just serviced it. I don't even know how you put 10 more quarts in the damn thing, but weigh in on that, Kevin.
It would have started smoking, I would imagine. I mean, it's entirely too much.
Yeah, but does it even hold that much? I find it hard to believe.
Well, yeah, it would hold it, but it's holding it in a place where it shouldn't be. That's why it would start burning it.
Okay, and what would happen to the engine? Let's just put it this way. Let's just say I've driven 6 months and I've had 10 quarts too much oil in a 3500 diesel Silverado.
Oil leaks and possibly some consumption issues with oil. It would start burning it, only from the over. But it's.
But would it hurt the car? Would something hurt the car?
Not necessarily. No, it wouldn't overpressure or do anything. It would just start leaking. I'm surprised it didn't leak. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the reason for the call today? Let's talk to Robert. So, Robert, while we have him on the phone, tell me, what is the actual issue, Robert?
Well, I've dropped it off at Mike Maroney. They've been trying to get it.
Yeah, but why?
What?
Tell me what's going on. It's consuming oil or what? What's going on with it?
The check engine light would repeatedly come back on. It wouldn't smoke. That's the weird thing. I would think that it would as well, but it wasn't smoking.
So what did they say was wrong with it?
They sent a video right away, showing me how much oil was in there, pictures of dipstick and how it come up over into the PCV valves and
when did it start smoking?
It's got it well documented. It didn't. It wasn't smoking. Check engine light would just come on, and it would come on for the diesel particulate filter. Castle Rock Chevrolet, they had it 5 or 6 times. They couldn't figure out that it had too much oil in it. They even put a new diesel particulate filter on there, which was like a $2,500 bill during this time. It's all documented, but so I took it to Mike Maroney here in Colorado Springs because I'm in Colorado Springs. It takes me, and I'm an hour to get up there and drop it off. They gotta have somebody take me home, whatever, take me back up to get the vehicle. It was just getting out of hand, 5 or 6 times. Up there, they got one loaner from them last time, but this last time they were like, "Oh, we don't have any loaners," so I just took it down here to Mike Maroney because I know.
All right. So what do they say has to be done? What do they say has to be done?
Well, they're still trying to get it to run correctly because it's not burning off the residual or the diesel particulate filter or something. I'm not sure, but I'll go in and I'll ask them. Hey, it's going to be ready, and they're like, maybe tomorrow, and they'll take it on their 20-minute drive, and they can't get it to do what it's supposed to be doing. So
okay, so
and I contact the reason for my call is because I try to contact Castle Rock Chevrolet constantly. I just called them on Friday again, nothing, no response back. I can't get anybody to just acknowledge me, and it's been like that the whole time.
You know what? I can see why you're frustrated. So that's where you bought it, and they're not returning your calls.
Yeah, and this is how I make my money, Tom. I'm a bricklayer by trade.
Yeah.
I do construction. That is my most important tool that I have. And I don't have it. I it's not.
Yeah.
I bought the truck to work with, and I can't work.
This ownership group foundation, by the way, is the ownership group. I'm going to give this to somebody to make some calls for you to see if we can get through. But you do understand that they probably don't owe you anything. You bought it as is. You have the manufacturer's warranty, but they didn't do anything that would, according to Kevin Calkin, ruin the engine or cause you problems.
Well, that's I'm okay. I just want my truck, Tom.
Okay, fine. So you just want to pick up your truck, and
they
what?
They told me that they would take care of it. That they would get with Mike Maroney and make it right verbally. So the service rep up there. He talked to me.
Well, hey, Deputy Doc, you want to place a call over to them and see if we can shake, rattle, and roll them? Let's just do it.
We'll do.
All right. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255. RenewHomeInnovations.com. The lowest price for furnaces guaranteed. If you need a furnace, they say check with them. Put them to the test. 303-904-2000.
Yo.
Thank you. Just tell me how much time each time.
6.
What are you up to, John?
Ah, man, I tell you,
He's finally there. Okay.
I'm about 6 weeks out of my hip replacement.
Nice.
Feeling good. Doing a lot.
Does it? Do you feel pain?
Let me
at all?
turn this
It
on.
still swells up, but the pain not too much.
Is it when you're walking or sitting or what?
Sitting, it kind of gets there, and then standing, it's more just, it's solid now.
Does it loosen up when you're moving around?
It does. Like when I get up in the morning, that's the stiffest, when I lie down.
Ooh, I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah, but
You know our friend that, your friend that teaches over there?
yeah. Meg,
Are they getting deed? Are they splitting?
you knew that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's up there, and I'm actually really good friends with her husband.
Got it. Okay.
And I play good golf.
Remember, we're on. But yeah, so she said something in class. And Susanna and I looked at each other, and I was like,
Beer with him the other day, and I know it has been going, and they had a stint about 4 years ago where he moved out of the house. That's hard to overcome. What's that happens? But they got a daughter at Regis. She'll go into her senior year.
Obviously, I haven't been listening.
she said, I'll tell you what she said. You know how they try to say something motivational or whatever, all of them. It wasn't very motivational. She was something like, I don't know about everybody else, but after the new year, I've been looking back, and I have huge, massive changes in my life and more to come for the last 6 months. And I've got to learn how to get over those and move on.
Hey, Tom, am I
But it's the
passing
way she
Robert
said
on
it
to
was
Doc?
so evident. Nothing else would fit that.
What's that?
Not a
I
death
said
in the
Stephanie
family.
Fowler.
Nothing
I had a
else
cool
would
picture of
fit
you and I.
that.
Yeah, I posted the other day. I don't know if I could find it now. Tell me. So, this one. This is one of my favorites right here.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It was hard because when they split, he started dating.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
That's hard. That would be a tough
Robert
one.
onto
Either
Doc?
way.
Hold on. Which is you copied?
Yeah.
You
It'd
said
be
you
different
copied
if neither
what?
of them did or both of them did.
No. Am
But
I
when one does, it's
passing
like, holy
Robert
shit.
on to Doc?
I'd have too
Yes.
many questions.
Yeah, I want him to call down at just to see if he can shake it up a little. Get him some, he just wants to get his truck.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah, when I think of Doc, I think of Shake It Up.
Hey, Robert. We're going to go ahead and escalate this to one of our deputies. His name is Doc. He's going to make some phone calls and contact you to get any of the
Huge.
people that you've been working
Hey, did you close my buddy in Arkansas?
Yeah.
regarding the truck.
He's a good guy, man. Yeah, those. I'll tell you, Walmart's got to be an easier employer to work for on your side. It's just.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and.
He's probably
send
20
this
years
over
plus,
to
isn't he?
him, and he'll be calling
For
you
time with
probably
Walmart.
after when the show ends. at
Yeah.
2 o'clock.
They come out and spend a couple nights with us
Robert,
each year.
thank you so much for contacting
Yep,
us.
they go
Okay?
there, family deal every year.
All right, you take care.
Really good kids, man. I mean, he's really a good guy.
Wish me a happy holiday.
All
What
the
hell
time.
holiday is it?
He's helped us out, man. He's got
Remember that one
listeners.
brother died a few
some
years
really
ago?
good shit.
Is it Martin Luther King Day?
I was going to tell you, I'm looking at a trailer park
I have a dream.
in
Involves you gasping.
Shadron. So if we come up with a
What's
price,
that? Am
that
I
like,
getting
I might
mentioned?
reach out to you and see.
Huh?
I don't know what you guys.
Hey, Mark.
Deal like that.
Mark. We better do. We
I feel
better.
like a dog
Is
with
he
a cleft
listening to?
palate.
Is he
No,
listening
he's
to
not
me?
listening. No.
Tell him to listen to me.
I'm trying to get his attention.
Headphones.
Give me head.
I'm sorry.
You better consider me on that damn Wyoming bullshit.
Oh, the trailer park?
Yeah.
It's fucking, it's like I'd put up probably 20 new single and double wides.
Wow.
It's basically a scraper, but it's beautiful land, and there's what supports everything there is the college.
Did they have water and sewer?
Oh, God, yeah.
And power?
It's up and running. There's people in there, but everything's shit. What I'm waiting for is the information back who is in there that I can't get rid of, because I want everybody gone.
I want
to fucking level it.
I'll get all my developer clothes back. I got them in a closet.
Very nice. I'll get my Bob the Builder overalls out.
I'll run it for free if it can be clothing optional.
Oh my God.
It's Wyoming.
What I'm
It wouldn't
afraid
be
of is there's
year-round.
3 people that probably have some crazy ass long-term lease, and I need to. They're the ones right in the front too. They're the ones I want to scrape. When I say these things are in bad shape, you couldn't even imagine your worst enemy living in them. The whole thing's a scrape.
Let's rent to Shannon.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Well, we're gonna put in brand new shit. I mean,
I'm kind of brand new shit.
Brand new.
no, brand new mobile homes. All I care about, the financing on the property is the only thing I might look at, but really putting up the, I've already talked to manufacturers. They have shit that a bank's not going to touch on these if you're getting 20, 30 of them. Oh, yeah. You'd be shocked how cheap. People think single wides are, I mean, I see them selling for 150 grand by
Mark's version
themselves.
of
I mean, that's
Yellowstone.
insane. You could, if you're buying 20 of them, they're like,
Hey, I am Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-8255. Compass Insurance Group, free insurance checkups. If you want to know if you're adequately insured or you're not paying too much, 303-996-9000, Compass Insurance. All right, Thomas, wait. What are we going to do with Robert? We're going to have Deputy Doc call the dealership to see if we can get some action for this poor guy. And now, Thomas, what is going on with you, Thomas? Welcome to the show. Anybody else who wants to get in on this, all you have to do is pick up that phone. Your cell, 303-713-TALK is our local live number. We also have 303 Martino, 303-627-846. Yeah, Thomas, go ahead.
Well, all right. So in June, I was hit by a driver on a through road, total 40 out here in eastern Colorado.
What highway was it?
Colorado 40.
Colorado 40. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you mean you were hit? Were you driving? Were you both driving?
Yeah, we were both driving. I was at my job, and it looked like she stopped at the stop sign, but didn't I guess she didn't see me, so I avoided it most of it. She hit the back end of my pickup.
Does she admit that she ran the stop sign?
No, I have no idea. That's the problem, because I'm the one that received a careless driving ticket and a DUI.
Wait.
I have no idea why I got that.
Wait a minute, Thomas. This is pretty serious. So let's talk about this. You were driving on Highway 40. You say some woman ran a stop sign and hit you.
I think she stopped. I'm not sure. I just don't think she's seen me. And then, she just basically took off. I mean, she stopped, it looked like, but
okay.
like she didn't see me, and I tried to
when
avoid
the
it,
police showed up, she wasn't there.
Yeah, she stayed around.
Okay, and so the police did they impound your car? I mean, a DUI is a big deal.
No.
Did they let you drive?
No, they hauled me to jail.
What did they do with your car?
We had moved the accident into the parking lot next to the restaurant in their small town,
all right,
which everybody knows everybody. And she performed all her.
Did they do a roadside with you when they came to the? Okay, they did a roadside. What time of day or night was this?
This is like at that time probably about 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock in the evening.
5:30. Yeah, 5:36ish.
Okay. So they did this roadside, and they said you were intoxicated. When they took you to jail, did they follow up with a blood test?
No, they didn't. But That's the thing. So they give me the blow test, and I asked her. I think she did it 3 times on site, and I wasn't blowing hot. And I told her, "There's no way I can blow hot."
Let me ask you, Thomas. Had you been drinking? Had you been drinking at all?
I'd had 1 beer, yes. And I had told her that. She goes, "Well, you smell like beer." And I said, "That, ma'am, I had 1 beer about 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
I'll stay here all night and blow clean all night. I'm not."
Well, you need an attorney.
Yeah. So right now, what are you actually? Let's just ask you about this first of all. What are you calling about today? What is your issue today? What are you calling us for?
Well, they basically ruined my life. I mean, I can't get into work now.
Wait a minute. How long did this? How long ago did this happen?
In June, Mark. In June.
In June.
Jesus.
And I'm just kind of at a loss.
So I'm sorry.
everything.
Once again, I feel as if I'm a little lost here. Did you actually go to court yet? Is it done? Is it over?
Yeah.
Did you plead guilty? What happened?
It's done. It's done. It's over.
Well, why'd you?
What was your
guilty?
Hold on, Mark. What was your sentence, Thomas? What was your sentence?
They charged me for a DUI.
Yeah, but what did you have to do? Did you pay a fine? Did you spend time in jail? What did you do?
No, I spent the 3 days in jail trying to get bailed out. Then I spent the next month peeing in a cup anytime I had to, which I didn't have the money to get to town
So
to do.
you pleaded guilty, is what you said.
Was it your first DUI?
No, I did not.
You did
I did not plead guilty to any of it. No. I was going to fight him. The DA, before I went in front of the judge, I was on my court date. It was that time.
Yeah.
And the DA come up to me and he said, "We're going to dismiss the DUI." And I said, "No, you're not." I said, "I want to know what I blew."
Wait a minute.
That's the dumbest thing I might have ever heard.
This district attorney said, hold on, man. He said, "We're going to dismiss the DUI." And you said, "No, I want to be charged with it."
No, I did not say that. He said, "We will dismiss the DUI if you accept the careless driving." And I said, "I need a public defender because I cannot do that."
Okay.
I did nothing wrong.
I got you. So you refused the plea deal. Hold on, I'll come right back to you, okay, Thomas? I'm really anxious to see where this is going, to see if there's any help we can lend. So far, it's a fascinating story, so we'll get right to you. 303-713-8255. Don't forget, K&H Windows, K&H Home Solutions now has Painting Pros, a whole division for painting, khwindows.com.
Thank you. Of course he says peeing in a cup like that's a bad thing.
They got a blood test. They got to find out what your alcohol level is.
No, nobody, nothing. Okay.
Good holidays.
Yeah, it was actually kind of quiet for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
It was good. Got my work.
Yeah.
He wanted to dismiss, to drop the DUI.
The problem is just.
Speaking of IUD, here's Doc.
Where she's at, that checks those boxes.
That one house ever sell? Did anybody ever find out?
I think the last I looked, the gentleman who owned it split off the
Silverado
and turned around and tried to relist it for a pretty huge amount. So we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing.
Let's see if we can get Joe Lazzara on. Let's just see if we can get him on, Joe Lazzara.
You're talking to nobody, but thank you.
Could you pass that on for me, bro?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Bro.
But no,
Your boat.
Like that gentleman, because that was on septic. Yeah. He's like, yeah, septic was pumped, years ago.
What holiday is it?
He refused to let a professional come out and look at it.
Oh, she just learned it's a holiday.
It's also weird.
Oh, that septic's fucked
up.
It's
terrible. The
myself, as a middle schooler, I believe.
Doesn't the county have to inspect it?
I don't know about Texas. This is where my mom is. And honestly,
anything goes. They shit in the backyard in Texas.
Most of the counties here do it, but Teller doesn't have a requirement for that.
I have a dream.
So is the RV park owned by an individual, or those things are hot commodities I hear now.
Yeah, it's in Chattering though. It's a whole different kind of deal.
Kelly, STFU.
I've been looking around here forever.
I'm sorry to frustrate you. STFU.
There's one in Castle Rock I'd love, but that whoever owns it's cash flow until the day they die on that bad boy.
So you like it now with that new that
what, Lazzara? You don't think you can do it?
I know.
It's a holiday,
Is it a holiday? Suddenly it's a holiday.
very
now
good
that Kelly
time.
knows. Now it's a holiday.
Okay, so can she try to get
Once
Joe?
again, the biggest thing is whatever leases.
Okay, thank you.
But I can put it together. Either I do it myself.
You didn't
or I
hear her
grab,
dismiss your-
I heard her. She said thank you. She said, I love you very much. Thank you.
Long term, just cash flow
No,
forever.
she did. Oh my God! You
Or at
just
least
hear
for
what
20
you
years.
want to hear from women. Is that how you've gotten this far, Tom?
Oh hell no! Well, I bet he'd be there.
Oh my God, I
at
don't
least
even want to
5
tell you
years.
what that means. Yeah.
But he would have nothing to do with it.
No.
I just when I discovered the lack of housing there, because of him, is my brain starts churning, and then his house is about in between his house and Walmart is probably 5 miles. This park set's dead in between. So every time I go see him, I drive by this damn thing. And finally, I just made a call on it about, I don't know, 3 months ago.
Yippee-I-O-Ki-A. When do you get your S, bro?
He's not listening. Are you
Oh,
kidding?
son of a bum.
We looked at this house here. I love this house. And it's back on the market. I might, this is in Slidell. Look at this bad boy. So I'll show you where it's located in a minute. Look at that dock. And this boat slip is absolutely beautiful. It's a nice double. It's got a full fish cutting deal. Built in 2020.
It looks gorgeous. When did they upgrade it? Not that long ago.
Well, it was built in 2020.
Oh, so that's why you end up.
And insurance for where it is, I'll show you where it's at now here in a second. It's got a nice elevator going up to the main floor. So you drive in, it's all auto gates. They wanted 1.4 for it not long ago. So you drive up, the gates open with the garage door opener, then you can park right under and take the elevator up or the stairs. Look at that. And here's where it sits. Let me show
How
you.
much acreage is there?
This one, if I recall, was, I want to say 5. What I really love is the entire front for the dogs is fenced in,
Tomorrow I'm
which
going
is
to be
killer.
Homicidal, like more than usual.
Keep the gators. Yeah, and let me tell you, man, there is gators,
I
Jack.
went from 1.4 to
9 p.m. game.
Yeah, it dropped, and someone else bought it. Someone owned it in between. I'm trying to. They've owned it. We probably looked at it
Tom,
2
I think
years
we got you out
ago.
of that.
Here's what I was
sir?
trying to
I
show
think
you.
we got you out
Check
of that
this
condo
out.
at the perfect time.
So
brother.
what's
Oh
really
my
cool
God,
about
we did.
this,
And
when you fly into the
attached
airport there,
market
we go out there
over
quite a
$1
bit.
million is just, it's tough
When you
right
fly
now.
into the
And then
airport,
anything,
I mean, congregate
So
living
New
in
Orleans
general's bad.
oh my
is right
gosh,
here.
Yeah, it's tough.
The airport's
The
like here, so
single-family
you
market
fly
over
in, you
$1
rent a
million's good,
car,
but anything
and you take
over
this
$2 million's
bridge, and
really
you're right
getting
there.
A lot of inventory.
And you're set back to where you're off the riglets, or the riglets. I don't know how the hell you pronounce that.
All right.
But, I mean, I'm not saying you can't flood.
But you have that protection.
You have that protection there, plus this itself is a protection compared to being here. And then if you really look at it, look at the stilts on this bad boy. And these are all blowouts, so if a big storm comes through, these walls just
Hey,
go
Kelly,
down.
I have an
They
outbound
just
I'm going to
blow out
send to you
for
somehow.
flooding.
I got to figure it out.
The only thing, you would bring the lift up, which automatically
Funny.
would go up
So
remotely.
she's in there with Mark,
And then it's got full
nobody in
storm
there has
shutters.
headphones.
It's really
All right,
nice,
fine.
actually.
You're on
But
your
look at
own.
that.
I need her to do this
fence going around
outbound,
that
so
bad
you're going to
boy.
remind. You're going to be my eyes and ears in the world right now.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm
All
gonna
in
tell-
all, I'd probably
Call me
be at
Helen
about,
Keller.
so we're talking regular insurance and the flood. You'd probably be at about 20 a year. Hey, if you're going to live on the water, you better get used
I
to
see
about 20 a
nothing.
year.
I hear
How
nothing.
come did you grow up that area?
No, we love it though, man. I love it.
Call me
And I like this because it's secluded.
630 KHAL.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Let me get to the callers. And basically, Thomas is telling us that in June at around 5:30, he was hit by a car at a stop sign. He believes that she stopped and maybe didn't see him. And the cops charged him with a DUI. The DA then said, "Hey, we'll drop the DUI if you take if you pled guilty to careless driving." That's where we left off, Thomas. Go ahead. So what did you say about that? You said no.
Well, I told him he asked why I couldn't accept that, and I told him because number one, I said I need to know what I blew. And he said under his breath, he goes, "This is embarrassing." He goes, "A .0178." I said, "So you're telling me I could have rinsed my mouth out with scope? It probably blew hotter." He said, "Yeah."
Okay, but
I said, "Okay."
that's neither here nor there. You were higher.
Right,
So
right.
what happened as a result of you not taking the plea?
He said, "Go ahead," because they took my license. He said, "Renew your driver's license," which I was doing. And he said, "Come back again." He goes, "I'll drop everything." He said, after I told him, I said, I told him
So wait
the
a minute.
whole story.
So he said, if you plead guilty to careless driving, I'll drop the DUI. And then you said, "No, I won't do that." Then he said, "Okay, go renew your license and I'll drop everything." Do you understand? That doesn't make sense at all to me. So I need to know. I'm just trying to understand you. No. So he said to you, "Okay, you don't want to plead to careless driving, so I'm just going to drop everything." That's what he said.
No, he didn't say that. He said, "Go ahead and get your driver's license. Come back to your next court date." After I told him the situation, what had happened, he actually listened to me. He said, "I will just drop everything." He goes, "This sounds really bogus." And
Okay,
to me, I
so
was
what
fine
happened
with that.
then?
That was great.
What happened then?
I did everything he asked and went back to court, and they dropped everything. But here's my problem.
So you
Now I
mean to
can't
tell me
find
the
work.
DA actually listened to you and said, "I'm going to drop the whole case"?
He did.
Okay, so that's really good. So now what's going on?
Well, I can't find work. I've got that DUI hanging over my head.
You just
in a
said
small
they dropped
community that I
it.
grew up on.
Bro, Thomas, you just
they
said.
Did. They did. But the community, I cannot find work now. That's my problem.
Well, what do you?
I live in a very small community.
Well, then
and
you
I
may
can't find work because I was arrested.
Okay, I get you, but there's nothing you can do about it if people don't want to hire you.
Well, what am I going to do about the 3 days I spent in jail?
Wait, are you asking? Let me ask you this. You're asking, does anyone have a legal obligation to you for damages? The answer is no.
Okay, so I just accept
That's right.
the fact that they ruined me.
That's
I spent
right.
3 days in jail
That's
for nothing.
right. That's right. People, it happens all the time. Now, am I saying that it's a good thing? No. But Thomas, I mean this sincerely. You're in a small town. Everyone's buzzing. "Hey, Thomas, he got charged with a DUI, blah, blah, blah." Now the case is dropped and people still look at you askance and they're thinking, this guy's a little shady.
Yeah.
Don't hire him. Thomas, when you say how small exactly is this town? What town is it?
We're out in eastern Colorado on I-70 between Byers and Bennett.
What's the name of the community?
Byers.
Oh, Byers.
That's where I
Okay.
was hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know what to say, bro. Yeah, I mean, I really,
I appreciate it, though.
I mean, thanks for calling, but I'm sorry. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. We'll talk mortgages and real estate and anything else on your mind.
Yep.
And that was a big.
Why aren't you guys listening to Tom in there?
Anything like that? I know Louisiana has a lot of people go down there for fishing trips, but you probably wouldn't.
That's so weird, Tom. They just
maybe.
immediately
I mean,
take their
that
headphones
particular
off.
house,
What-
that's
I know.
5-6
What have you done to
I mean, it's
upset
made
them,
for a
you know?
fishing deal.
Did you say something? Was it in an email?
Oh, the fishing
Check
right
something
there.
awful?
If you got the right boat, you can leave right there, and you'll be out in the ocean in probably 45 minutes.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, man.
Yeah. I do like that. And then if you
Oh,
want
wow.
the nightlife or
Was this
anything,
a
New Orleans.
year ago? Oh,
And
no,
honestly, they're
21.
cleaning it up big time, man.
There was
Trump's done
some
a great job
Jayhawks
down
game
there.
at
Yes.
CU
I hear
that
you,
got
man.
canceled.
Good to see you. How you doing, Frank? You doing all right?
It does. It's getting a
He said
lot
all
better
did
though.
was
But
walk
I
under
love
a
New
ladder, and
Orleans.
now, gosh
They
darn
give you
it,
stuff to do.
now it's gone.
They got a Harrah's and they got another big one.
Keep going.
Oh, I didn't know that, did they?
Came up as a memory. Let's see. Kansas at CU Boulder 2021.
We've been looking down there for years, man.
University of Colorado, University of men's basketball game scheduled for December 21st.
We are.
Was canceled due to COVID.
Plus, I think a house like that would appreciate, maybe 5-10% in in a couple of years.
I know, but all the way to December of 21.
Craig Chambers.
Blizzard causes 100 car
Highly
bombs.
anticipated
Holy shit!
conference game between
I'd hate to be the insurance
somebody and
guy.
somebody else.
Family law. Okay.
It's ridiculous. Insurance is absolutely ridiculous.
Or tonight, because I'm with the coach tonight.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Took my kids to the Scotch a few weeks ago.
How was that?
At least I get to slurp the noodle.
Was it really?
Yeah, I dropped 40, and that was kind of where I was going. I got down to like 189. I'm under 200 now, so I put 10 pounds back on. I've been holding right there though.
Yeah, wasn't it a motorcycle?
Oh man, I feel so much better. The only thing, after 8-9 months, I was on the shot for 8.5 months. My muscle mass is fucking just dying.
Cool.
It was just dying.
Are you kidding me?
Just muscle, and it's so funny. Once I was off of it for a month, you literally feel the muscle.
A long time.
I could go do yoga, do a shitload of push-ups.
Yeah,
I just couldn't build muscle mass. I couldn't do it.
But that was always the great line. Was,
Yup,
well,
blood works great since I've been off of it. I'm actually, funny enough, so this January, we've been on total strict diet, man. No alcohol.
Hey,
what?
I've been doing
Oh,
yoga
stop
every
yelling
single
at me, you son of a...
I don't know how your hearing is anymore,
Most days. I
Mr.
can't say I've done
Martino.
everything.
Okay, I need her to call this guy I'm going to give to her.
Okay, well,
then
give
I'll
it.
go get
Give
all my
it.
blood
It's an
work.
outbound.
First week of February.
Thank you, dear.
So we'll have 5 weeks of being basically perfect. Then we're off to Vegas for the Super Bowl, where I'll play catch up.
Hey, I'm good. I got some room to spare.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, all my vitals are great. Now I can go drink like a fish. Generally, once a year, I'll go 30 days with out drinking and almost zero carbs. This year, I've done it different. Instead of the zero carbs, I'm doing low carbs or medium carbs, I'd say, but I'm exercising like crazy.
Like on a healthier carb.
Yeah, I'm not big. I've never. Well,
alcohol's more the sugar where you get the sugar from, anyways.
Oh, alcohol's where I got my gut from. Beer. I'd be better off if I drank actually hard alcohol. I mean, but I'm a beer guy. I mean, regular, straight up Jack Daniels and Diet Coke. I mean, my God, there's like, 90 calories. Where you get a good IPA, that son of a bitch could be 250 without blinking. And the carbs in it could be, 40.
That's like Michael's, where he gets all his calories and carbs.
But since being off it, it's good. You didn't have to
No, there wasn't that huge mental challenge. I got some muscle memory in it. I know what carried over, which was interesting. I eat very little during the day, if anything. I might have if I'm at home doing the show, I might have a half a handful of cashews up till we eat dinner. But I really only I'll eat dinner and I'll eat a strawberry pineapple smoothie before bed. I crave those. I love strawberries now. I have no idea why I love strawberries.
Yeah,
it's good. You do the fasting.
My son Brendan.
So that kind of hung over from it. Yeah, but no other. No, I know some people struggle big time coming off. I will say this: you better watch it. I mean,
well, that's it. You can't get used to eating snacks before bedtime.
Exactly.
That's in there.
Yep.
That's.
You try to keep it under. I'm not as carb conscious as I used to be now. I try to keep it under
No, but you gotta eat the same things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just by natural.
The one thing I'm starting to love again is steak. When I was on the Shop Boy, I couldn't even fathom a steak. I swear to God, I couldn't even. It made me ill thinking about it. Now I'm back to I love steak. I just cooked some fillets the other day.
How are you? Good.
And ribs. I love ribs, man. Had ribs yesterday.
No, you let him in again?
Oh my God,
they
man.
thought Frank.
Okay,
they thought
the
Frank
Broncos
was
overtime, unbelievable.
And I pulled
yesterday,
a fast one.
The Bears
I could see my brother
overtime,
Tom.
unbelievable. I really thought they were going to win.
Oh, I was a little bit shocked.
I did too, man, especially after that catch.
That was crazy.
That pitch and throw, it was over, man. It was over. That was the most amazing throw. That whole thing with Bo Nixo is really fucked up. I've never been so elated than all of a sudden so depressed.
Right?
I was hoping they would be playing.
Houston,
Yes.
doesn't have an offense.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the line today. It's 5.5. I'm like, I don't even know how to take that. Honestly, I'm not going to. I'll end up not betting on the Broncos. I'll probably end up just not betting the game.
That's a tough one. You kind of, because you want yourself, oh, we still got a chance.
That's what all these
Really
betting
don't
companies rely on in the state.
What's your catch?
So FanDuel in this state's going to lean Broncos big time. They'll have a completely different line on a different state.
Yeah.
My wife
bastards.
loves Princess. She loves cats.
Let me see if I can get her.
Are you really?
Oh, do you want me to get her out of here?
Yeah, I mean, and you watch him walk off, you don't even. That was amazing. What a game, though. And what'd you think of that damn weird turnover, man?
The interception?
Where the guy caught it and the guy stripped it. And
Yeah, again, I'm a little jaded, but I say, yeah, because if he would have rolled
No.
over and dropped the ball, it would have been.
Yeah, he's not. He lives there, but he's not from. I guess he's from.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
I am Tom Martino here to help you, and this hour is brought to you by the lowest price furnaces anywhere. If you're moving into a house, moving out of a house, you need a furnace. You're told you need a furnace, guaranteed lowest price. RenewHomeInnovations.com. Bar none, RenewHomeInnovations.com. I'm telling you, this you ask for it, you got it. The guaranteed lowest price. Any furnace, apples to apples, the lowest price. 303-904-2000. 303-904-2000. So today's real estate day on the Troubleshooter Show. Got two wide shots up, one at the main studio with Major Marc Mager. Mark, what's going on there?
well, I'm reading your question. Funny enough, we got John Clay, Stephanie Thomas, by the way, so we're talking loans and real estate. But I was reading your question on. I'm going to put up a poll of your question on our YouTube station. Let me tell everybody what I'm talking about. It says, Tom says question.
Okay, it's the chat on YouTube. I'm sorry, Mark, I was confused. Go ahead.
Do you judge people for what they own, how much they own, where they live, how they live, and how much they are worth? That's such an interesting question.
It is. It really is.
Because the first thing I think of is probably different than you. I think when you put the question up, you're thinking of people, I'll even take the highest of the high, Elon Musk, where when I first read the question, and I could be wrong, when I first read the question, I'm thinking of a homeless guy. And yes, I do judge people that live in the street that have done nothing their whole life and have addiction problems.
Actually,
so
I was thinking about
differently.
Right. I was actually all of the above, but mainly what I call the mainstream. So the extreme wealthy I put in a category of almost untouchable. I don't know why I shouldn't, but I do. And then the extreme poor. I really, when I wrote this, though, did not have those in mind, extreme rich or extreme poor, like why aren't they doing more for themselves? Or the rich guy, what did he do? I'm talking about, and the reason this came up is because, I don't know, listen, after going through this year of cancer treatment and fighting and all that, and I just realized that relationships and so many things were so important and how other things aren't. But I guess I got more sensitized to life and the struggle and just what it means to be happy. And then I noticed...
I would find it hard for anybody to answer that question, no. I would think they're lying, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Now, they might not, maybe not as much as other people. That's fine. But to literally say, no, you don't judge people. And I'm not throwing out the super rich or the super poor. I'm taking the face value question. Yes, I think most people would say yes if they're honest. Most people would probably want to say no and pretend they're holier than thou, but I simply don't believe it. I would love to know what Frank Duran, the real estate man, has to say about it, though.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him as well. So what I was asking, do you judge people by what they own, how much you own, where they live, how they live, and how much you're worth? The reason I asked that was social media, because social media, in a way, is they should be called brag media. Okay, I mean that's really, or look how special I am media. And there's nothing. By the way, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. The great part is we have the freedom, and I love the freedom. And even though people say they don't, I think they do judge people. They see a great car and they think differently of that person than if they drove up in a jalopy. Is a jalopy still a word?
Oh my God. We both know it. I'm sorry, Frank, to cut you off. But Tom, in 2017, we had an attorney on referral list. You know who he is. I'm not going to use his name. We have parted ways. In fact, we parted ways in a crazy hard way not that long ago.
Oh.
He drove up. This attorney drove up in the biggest POS car I've ever seen. I had to go out and jumpstart it in the parking lot so he could get home, and I never looked at him the same.
Okay, so Frank Duran. Now, seriously, Frank, when you look at people, do you take into, like, what does that mean to you when you see them talking about what they have and what they're going to do and how they're going to spend their money? What do you think,
Tom? It's human nature. We live of a fallen nature. Now, I'll tell you this though.
Well, why do you call it fallen, Frank?
Because we're
because they're looking in the wrong places for worth.
Because you know this, God, only God is perfect. And this is what. But I'll say this, and hopefully this blesses somebody. About 5 years ago, I made a conscious effort to start being more aware of myself, because we all have those tendencies, we all have those thoughts, and it's just human nature, Tom.
Yeah.
But I think that if we could just improve, by 1% a day, try to strengthen something that's a weakness in our personal selves, that works that's like compound interest. You could be aware of yourself.
I think there are some people that talk about stuff because they're proud of what they accomplished, and they don't mean it to be braggadocious. They don't mean it to be a jerk. They're truly happy and pleased with what they did. And some of them want to encourage others to do the same. So that is one vein of bragging, so to speak. There's another vein that just wants to just lord over people how much they have and how smart they are and all that. And then I think there are those who want to share with family and friends. So I think, but they all have one thing in common. Everyone seeks, and I've said this before, and when I give business talks, I know when Mark and I go to businesses, Mark's heard this time and time again, everyone is looking for relevance. Yeah. They want to be relevant. And in a transaction, you know that to be sure. I've said to businesses, when I go and consult a business, that you are as successful as you make your clients feel. Not as successful as you are, but how successful you make your clients feel. Your clients want to know they have a voice. They want to know they're being heard. Yeah. They want to know that you love them. Yes, people, they want to feel love and relevance. Yeah. Go ahead.
I love hearing about other people's stuff. I honest to God do. I remember listening to you, Tom, when I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Before I even met you. I mean, we're talking, and I remember hearing about your buses, and I remember hearing about your aircraft, and then I got to meet you, and I remembered your horse stable out in Franktown, and your horses, and just the whole thing, and I always kind of aspired, and and that never stops in me. Now that I have a lot of that same stuff, now I aspire, and I'm not kidding, and people can think whatever they want at me. I'm an honest guy. Now I aspire. I would like a private jet. I would like like this.
Oh, there's
I would
nothing
like
wrong.
that,
There's
and
nothing
I'll
wrong
never
with that.
stop aspiring. And
There's
if I don't,
nothing wrong
I'll
with that.
never get it.
There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I'll tell you where I erred. I had two selves coming up. My first one was I was so poor and I came from such little. I wanted to amass to say screw you, my past, screw you, my demons, screw you, people who didn't think I could do it. Here, look at this. Okay, that was my first phase. My second phase was I must be something if I did this. And I swear to God, my third phase was why? It doesn't mean anything. And that's when you do your search. And not everyone, but I did my search for God and all of that and meaning. And then, of course, with cancer, it didn't really change things. It just brought me back to where I was. But I will say there was a time in my life, I'm ashamed. I was so hell-bent, not only on owning things, but I had to let people know. And it wasn't a long period of time, but it was a time when I felt I'm just ashamed. And the reason I ask that is I am constantly bombarded with social media and with people on all of those things, what they own, how much they're doing, how great they are. You have to admit that's the main purpose of social media, and I don't know. It was a question I had. And I believe what Mark said, Mark did really hit it on the head. He said, if you say you don't, that's not really true. We all, to some degree, judge people by those factors. I mean, we do. Yeah. But I often judge them in a way, not judge them, but question. Here's what I think. What is it? Like take an Elon Musk, okay, or take a Bill Gates, or take somebody. What is it that they did or had that was so different than everyone else? That in a relatively short amount of time, when I say short amount of time, I mean by their 30s or early 40s, how does someone do that? And I look at it from a formula standpoint. What do you put in to get that out? I don't think it is a formula. I mean, well,
he's also genius, so you can't take that away. He's probably one of the smartest. Have you ever heard Trump talk about him when he's talking about rocket ships? No one can understand it.
You're right. And then let's talk about people. There's two, and in my opinion, just my opinion, I think there's a kind of rich where they didn't earn it. And who am I to say, who am I to judge them? But I do. I think there are those who inherit and didn't really do anything to make themselves. Those people I don't have respect for. I don't dislike them. But when you see people who have worked their asses off and did something, I say, bravo. They inspire me. But I don't like the middle chunk of people who are so striving. It's almost like unless people know about what they have and what they're doing, it doesn't count. People like that? It just doesn't count. Then there are people who are quietly happy. Then they're happy with Netflix and they're happy with their family. And God love them, as my mom would say. So anyway, I just had that question, Mark. I didn't know you would bring it up, but I'm glad you did. And he's putting up a poll on YouTube. What do people really, and how
we got a lot of holier than thous up in the YouTube today.
Here's another. Okay, yeah, they're saying 60-40, 60, they don't judge them. I know they do. I know they judge people by what they own and what they do. Now, that doesn't mean you judge them negatively, but you judge them. Judgment doesn't always mean you like or dislike. I mean, do you judge them? Do you think this person must be smart? This person must be lazy?
We judge people by what politics they are these days.
Right.
I mean, honest to goodness, we do.
So that is what I wonder. Do you judge them? Of course you do. Now, you may not judge them as good or bad, but you do judge them by smart, maybe not so smart, lazy, maybe not so lazy.
You see a 45-year-old man that is mentally fit, physically fit, working the counter at McDonald's, you go, what the hell?
Or
something didn't go right here.
Or living with their parents.
Or living in the basement. You're absolutely right.
Okay, we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255.
Very nice.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think my messages aren't going through?
Hold on, I'll look in a second.
Okay.
You guys, John, coffee?
Yeah.
Stephanie, water, coffee?
I do more water, please.
Just straight up water?
Yes.
Doc, you want to go?
I got it, thanks.
Are you having cell phone issues?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We're
I
gonna
was
get me
chatting
some
with one
call-
of
Do
my
you want anything,
doctors
Frankie?
and clients, and same thing.
I don't
She's
like
having
you. You don't
major
want
cell phone
anything.
issues.
You have Verizon?
I don't have anything to
No,
do.
I'm good.
I
but
don't have
I don't
anything
know
to
who
do.
her
I'm going to turn
carrier
all your
is.
mics
She's
on,
been having
guys.
issues.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, Mark.
What's your phone number,
Yeah,
Stephanie?
you're thinking of somebody
Oh, did
else.
he?
Let's.
Wait a second.
You want to use the little Mark's room.
720-260
0918.
0918. I was going to call you to
Take
see
a number.
what's going on.
Yeah. See if it goes through. Because I'm having no issues with my phones that I know of, anyway. But I have AT&T.
I got 5 bars.
I do as well. It's not ringing.
No, it's not going through.
Give me your number and let me try to call you.
303-877-5213.
Doc, you just gave out your cell phone over YouTube.
He doesn't know what he's doing. Have you seen him?
Right. Speaking of bars, Doc, I think I went to 5 bars on Saturday.
Not going through?
Nope, straight to voicemail. 303-877-5213.
I was sick.
You are my favorite two-fisted drinker.
Well, I had to drink twice as fast because I only have one paw.
There you go. Thank you. Come on. I wondered how that would pay out.
Yeah. I went to Stout Street Social, Shannon. You ever been there?
I don't think so. Now, keep in mind, I quit in 2008. A lot of bars are gone that I used to hang out at.
You're just an iced tea man at the Golden Corral.
No. Oh, iced tea. Nope. Diet. No ice.
Oh, I figured it out.
Yay. She's in there firing buttons until she sends a launch code somewhere.
I figured out how to listen to the offline.
Yay.
Stephanie, it only took me, Stephanie?
Yep.
It only took me 2 years to figure it out. And it wasn't,
yeah, it's been a minute for me too.
It was just getting constantly yelled at by Kelly.
Like, oh God, don't turn on your microphone. No, that was what I was
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
For the love
Oh,
of God,
don't do
turn
what?
on- Nope. Because
So
then
just
you're
do the
on
buttons.
the air.
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh, don't be sorry. Doc does it all the time, and he's been here for years. Dumbass.
Turn on the mic button, Stephanie, so he can really hear you.
Right. That's what they just told me not to do.
Yes.
Oh.
What?
I'll find you next time you're here.
What are you going to do to me?
Tickle you till you wet your pants.
Oh, my God. I think I'll come over right now
Just go
because there's
offline
nothing to eat
in
here.
between, and then program to go back. But don't touch.
What do you want?
Oh, did you hear that? Oh, really? You going to get something?
Hey, Bo, go look through his cabinets
Tom,
until you find something.
Paul,
I already did.
Still, Paul says the
Just a
things that
bunch
I
of
don't want,
buttons
the
in the
things that I
cabinet.
do.
I know.
And
I know.
it's human nature, and anybody that says you don't judge, it's not everybody does. It's a question of just being aware, and that's something God will give you though, is patience and conviction
I judge
sometimes.
people by skin color. I find it saves a lot of time.
Yeah. And how they limp.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
It was like you said, Frank. It's a failing of us.
Yeah, that's it. Because
We
we
judge.
we're flesh, man. We're all fallen nature, but we can also choose to be aware of ourselves too.
You know what I've learned is when I in this situation, I always shut up and try to just let people talk.
Good. Yeah.
Because if you try to talk over them, or even if they have strange stuff to say, you can learn a lot by just being a listener.
Yeah.
And then try to understand them.
And meet them where they are.
What's that?
Meet them where they are.
Yeah.
Unless they're Don Lemon.
Oh, funny. Yeah, what did he do? Bust into a church over the weekend?
Yep.
What? Wait. What does that mean? What did he do?
He disrupted a church service and protested about the I think that ice shooting.
Yep.
Was it him?
Don Lemon?
Yeah.
No, him and like 100 people.
Oh.
Well, 50 people.
Didn't the pastor have to force him out?
Yep.
Yeah, that was. They fired him.
Who did?
Shannon, did they fire Don Lemon?
Yeah, back a while ago.
Just signed. We were officially under contract.
Yep.
Frank said even though he was still under contract.
That's fine. We could put another contract out on him. I mean, sign him to another contract. Did I say that wrong?
No.
Hey, did you get that outbound, Kelly? Did you try him?
I left 2 messages.
Okay,
They're
thanks.
Not answering.
All right, gotcha.
What are they, Gen Z? They don't freaking answer. Oh, here we go.
At socialsecurity.gov.
Hi, Tom Martino here. We got Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. We got Stephanie RE.com, Stephanie Thomas from Pikes Peak Region, John Clay, CMG Mortgage, and partnerinlending.com. CMG is the all-in-one loan. John, to answer a question for people, they want to know, can you do a second with an all-in-one? I don't know if you can or not. What is the answer to that? Is John not there? Maybe
John stepped out.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. We'll ask him when he's in. Is Stephanie there? I mean, maybe I ought to look
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. Stephanie, somebody wants to know, is the notion of fix and flips even a concept? Is it something you can still accomplish in the Springs area? They gave up on the metro area in Denver. What about that? Is that even on the radar anymore, fix and flips?
You know, I have seen a few come up, but I do think the investor market as a whole for the area is hurting because I'm constantly getting calls from investors asking if I've got anything coming that, might be suitable for that. So I don't think it's as common and, able to find as they once were. I think values have just held high, kind of across the board.
Okay.
So.
We talked to Frank Duran about this off the air, and I want to talk on the air about it. I think the condo and townhome, what do you call it in general? What's the whole name for condo? Attached properties?
Yeah.
Okay. Or congregate living. I think they're in trouble. They're in trouble. And I'll tell you why, in my opinion. First and foremost, insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they're hard to get insured.
Yes.
And also, they're of an age right now when they were built, the bulk of them. They're coming up for major assessments.
Yeah.
It's really weird because here's why. Homeowners who live in a condo development or a townhome development, they somehow look at the HOA or the management company as if it is not them. It is almost like, well, it is the landlord. They don't have the proper mindset. And I'll tell you why. I saw one time on Channel 7, I saw people protesting, no more assessments.
Yeah.
Okay, well, wait a minute. They're saying that's like, let me take it down to something we can understand. Let's say you have a duplex with someone and the roof is bad. And you have to ask your neighbor to chip in for the roof because you're in charge. And the roof is $1,000. And you say, can you chip in $500? And that neighbor going out saying, Tom Martino, no more assessments. It's not like they're doing this to go to Tahiti. They're doing an assessment to pay for an improvement. So the HOA, and this is short of cheaters, and I'm not talking about cheaters who steal money. I'm talking about 98%, 99% of the HOAs are there to maintain and repair and to manage, right? So if sanitation goes up, your dues go up. If roofs go up, your assessments go up, your insurance goes up. And here is what people don't understand. They cry. And Stephanie, see if you've run across this. They cry about how high the maintenance fees are, right? Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
So now the HOA does everything they can to keep the maintenance down, to keep the fees down. Then what happens? 6-7 years later, they're hit with a giant repair or maintenance, and now they have to go out and assess people. And the people say, no more assessments. We don't. And what they don't understand is you can't have it both ways. Yeah. If you pray for low monthly payments in an HOA, it will catch up to you. It's not if, but it will catch up to you. Guys, what do you think? Do people have the right opinion or not? I mean, do you counsel them when they're going into?
Absolutely, Tom. You know what? You bring up a great point because we see these types of things all the time. I sell condos and townhomes, and believe me, I know what comes down the pipe. And I'll tell you, I saw another report. This was through the DMAR report that says that post-pandemic, there's been a renewed need for space. A lot of people want to get away from those closed spaces and go to single-family homes. I've seen that too. So. I saw a report. It was homes over 2 million. The majority of those homes that sold were single family. Well,
of course,
the attached properties are really struggling right now.
Well, the way expensive ones are for sure.
Right.
But I think they all are. Stephanie, what do you think about attached properties?
I think some of the HOAs have gotten quite a bit higher due to, just increased insurance costs and different things like that.
But it's not because they're going on vacation.
No, not at all. But ultimately, that factors into people being able to qualify for those properties. And I do think that that's played a factor for buyers.
A big factor.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so they hear about special assessments, or if you go to a place, most of them were built at least 20 years ago, right? There's very few brand new ones.
Right.
So they're going to have a lot of deferred maintenance. And and I tell people this all the time, if you're moving in to an attached property, you have to do more than inspect your unit. Now, this is going to save people money. Young people listening right now, you're thinking about attached properties because you can get into your first home. Think about this. When you inspect your home, you inspect everything you can for that condo. The faucets, the condo itself, the windows, maybe whatever. But much of the expense will not come from your unit. It will come as a result of being part of a community. So that means parking lots, railings, stairways, cement, concrete, windows, doors, roofing. So if you see problems, it's not, let me get to my unit and escape this. You're not going to escape it. So that is where people run into trouble.
And don't think special assessment coverage is going to cover everything, because generally it doesn't.
No,
there's limits.
It covers only covered perils. Special assessment coverage that you buy with homeowners. Here's what they say. Here's what it says in informal language. We will cover you for any kind of insurance loss where there is an assessment up to such and such an amount. And that's what they do. But if it's a repaving of a parking lot or a swimming pool rebuild or the clubhouse or they're putting in new stairways or metal railings and there's an assessment of $15,000 for each unit, your assessment coverage won't cover it. And again, I'm talking about 99% of all the HOAs and management companies. They're not taking your money and going on vacation. They're using it to maintain and repair the property. So you protesting, it's ridiculous to protest. We want lower fees. Well, guess what? If you get lower fees, someday you're going to have an assessment. If you get realistic fees, those assessments will not come. Now, Frank and I, without naming it, because I don't want to hurt people's property value, I owned a condo one time, and the condo fees were at the time about $2,300 a month, $2,200 or $2,300 plus tax and all of that. So this condo, just to live in there, if it was paid for without a mortgage, would have been about $4,000 a month just to live there with taxes and insurance and assessments. Monthly fees. But when it came time to getting things done, they didn't have assessments because they had realistic fees. Most people who have low HOA fees, you're not beating the system. You're putting off the inevitable. And so anyway, let's go to Nicole. She has a question. Nicole, what's going on with you?
Hi, Tom. I was recently at Eyeglass World in Arvada today, and they are charging customers for services that they are, during these exams, they're saying, okay, now I'm doing this, now I'm doing this, we're doing this. So you're thinking this is all just part of your exam. Well, when I was checking out, one of the associates that was checking me out said, well, did you ask or did you agree to this? There's a fee on here. And I was No, she just went along the thing. I
Oh,
was
wait a
never
minute.
told
That's
that.
it. Yeah, that's kind of like when you're at a restaurant and the waitress says, "And what do you want for your side?" Like, almost making it sound like you get it.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
That's breaking the new laws here in Colorado.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about, Mark, coming up. So we'll talk to you, Nicole. Stay tuned. You're going to like what we have to say because these people might be in trouble. And I don't know who's going to be enforcing the HB 251090, but that is a law that is going to change the way things are done in Colorado. 303-713-8255, denverregen.com. You've heard Mark with his weight loss journey doing the injections at pennies on the dollar. They also do stem cell therapy to get you out of pain. I was one of their customers, their clients, their patients. They do a wonderful job. denverregen.com.
Yep.
Thanks.
Sure.
So, how's the YouTube? How much cash is actually in the world? I never thought of that.
It grows by the day because they keep printing it.
Now, I actually love when people, when they brag about stuff like how smart they are, when they actually teach me something. I love smart people. God, I love it.
If I can learn something.
Oh my God, I love it. It's like when I'm around somebody at a cocktail party or something, or at when my wife always says, Stephanie always says, I can tell smart people because Tom's going to be, just interviewing the hell out of them, and I will. I want to know all about them. I say, so how'd you get started? What is about this? What about that? I love hearing them. I love it.
It's interesting, and you pick up stuff too.
Oh my God, there's no greater joy or fun for me than learning something new. It's almost like there's a dopamine hit I can't explain. There's something very satisfactory to it. It's much akin to like these games that find the differences. Have you ever seen those games? I have them on my phone. I love them, where they give you two pictures.
Yeah.
And you find where one is not like the other. So and they have like 15 or 20 different things that are different. Yeah. And you have to say, okay, she has a red blouse here and a yellow blouse there. So you click that. That is such a dopamine hit for me when I find all the little changes. The same thing learning. When I learn things, I get this feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but it's pleasure.
If I get a couple more to look at, I might
it's
revisit
truly
that.
pleasurable.
That's a blessing, though, Tom. That's a blessing, especially for what you do. You remember the book Tony Robbins? I know you have it.
Tony Robbins?
Yeah,
I have all his books.
He talks about meta programs.
Yeah, of course.
Famous people that work with people with exceptions.
That's right.
Mismatches and all that.
Right.
And you're not like if somebody shows you something, you can find the exception to the rule. That's a blessing.
Okay.
Some people just go, oh, okay, and just
then
take it at face value.
right.
They don't see the exception to the rule. That, I think, to me, that's just a gift some people have.
But if somebody asks me what are my biggest pleasures in life, it's learning. I'm learning like AI, right? Literally programming AI, not just doing AI, but using JSON languages and Markdown languages and all of these. Just to make your chatbot exclusively yours. It's amazing. So in other words, you go to that chatbot, and instead of it just going out to the internet and searching everything, you've given it references and documents and programming, so you don't have to. So it knows you. So it might be I have a chatbot for the radio show. So when I go into that, I don't have to explain that I do a radio show every day and this and this. It knows everything about me and my radio show. It even knows about the technology. So when I have a radio show question and I go to it, it already has loads and loads of instructions about the radio show. So if I say, all of a sudden, Lucy Live is not feeding my phone, so it comes up with possible combinations, and I upload all of the owner's manuals of everything. So you can literally, you could, for example, have a chat bot for your house. Okay, so you call it the Vassar chat bot or the whatever street you're on. You just call it your chat bot. Then you can upload every owner's manual you have. You can upload all of your closing docs. your tax docs, everything. You can literally make an exclusive chat bot just for that home. So when you ask it a question, it references your home. It doesn't go out to the internet. It's just your private chat bot.
That's pretty.
It is, to me, programming chat bots is one of the best, most pleasurable things because you have, like I have an aviation one. So every component I have in my helicopter, every single one is uploaded. All of my, all of the website of the manufacturer is crawled daily. And all of this happens in the background.
where they did that
So
at
when I
Cleveland.
have a question
They made
about
it-
that helicopter, it's got the
Yeah,
latest and greatest information. Isn't that cool?
Pretty cool, man. You know, but you know, another good thing too, and I've learned this too. When I'm studying the Bible,
yes,
I want to know the Hebrew.
Oh, yeah.
The original intention of what Jesus was saying. It'll actually, and a lot of times it differs from the English version.
No, but Frank, what's great about this? What great about this is if you could do a Bible chat bot for yourself, where you give it what you want
This
for
one's got a
reference.
pool table.
It's just very
That's
cool.
incredible. Yeah.
Does that help you with your questions?
It's perfect,
for
too.
people?
I mean, it looks
When you
great,
come in
but
with
it's
questions,
just,
does
man,
the chat bot
that's
help
a
you with
big-ass
that?
house.
With your poignant question?
Yes, it can. It can. Yep.
You always come up with great questions.
Our current house is 6,000 square feet.
Well, what
What
it
do we
does,
live on?
what I've noticed it does a
2,000
lot.
square feet.
It
Now that the kids are gone, no one's ever upstairs.
it looks at previous questions. It looks at current. I can
We
have
got
it
the
crawl.
full bar.
everything
We
that
go
I
down to
have.
the exercise room.
It-
Besides
It's
the
really
exercise
cool.
room,
I mean, you
we
can
got a
make
full
custom
bar, the
for
pool
anything
table,
that you do over and over and over.
a hot tub. We got all kinds of shit downstairs we don't
That's
use.
insane.
We'll get in the hot tub occasionally.
And you can go to AI and say, do research on this or that, and it just like that. It's phenomenal.
Free? Is it free?
You could pay for an upgrade. That's what I do. I pay for an upgrade on chat. Tom, do you pay for an upgrade or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that your
But
poker room?
Yes,
Frank, custom
It's a
chat
it's a
bots
loft,
Yeah.
right?
are
The
the
whole
bomb.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is.
And the more you can program. Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Major Marc Mager back at the studio with our real estate guests and our other guests. And we have John Clace from CMG Mortgage. Now, Nicole started off with a question on an optometrist. And this is, by the way, something that did she hang up? Is against the new law. She said she went to an optometrist and said, okay, now we're going to check for this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And at the end was presented an a la carte bill that showed charges for each thing they did. They're not allowed to do that. I mean, they kind of are allowed to charge you if they don't advertise prices. But if they said the eye exam is going to be such and such, they have to include absolutely everything that could come up. They have to. And again, I don't think she's there right now. She didn't hold on. But if you're listening, you have to protest that. I don't know how they're going to do this in real estate, guys. Did you this new law, have you guys looked into it? Stephanie, have you looked into it? Frank Duran, the real estate man. How does HB 25-1090, how does it affect real estate? Have any of you, first, before I do it, let me ask, have any of you looked into it?
25-19.
Yeah, what it is, it's called a full disclosure law, which means when you advertise a price, it must include absolutely everything that will be mandatory. If you advertise anything, and everyone advertises a price on multi-list, so I want to know how it's going to work. I know regarding menus, for example, they can't put on a service charge anymore unless it's upfront. And I mean upfront for each and every food item. You have to actually build it into the price of the food item. You can't just say plus 15%. Right, Mark? As we read it, you have to actually put the price down.
Yeah,
and then,
we need to, we really should just go ahead and let's do a small claims on someone and see if the law actually holds up. But the way it's written,
man,
they've got to tell you what it is. They have to give you a price, an all-inclusive price. If you're a shop out there, like an automotive shop, you can't put shop supplies.
That's right. You have to say the brakes will cost this much. You can't say,
The only thing you can leave out is basically sales tax and any kind of state fee, like in the automotive business, a tire fee or a tire tax.
Now, when I was looking this up before, I put a bunch of stuff in a folder when I was looking up House Bill 25-1090, and basically the basics are any price advertised for real estate. Listen to this. I'm serious. Must include full and total cost a consumer might pay, not just the price of the home. The law requires clear, conspicuous, total price that captures all charges that will be at closing. So that means you can't have an advertised price in multi-list unless it includes everything. And how do you, I don't know how you guys are going to do all of that.
You know, Tom, though, we've always been very transparent with.
And I'm not insinuating otherwise.
What I mean, though, is for all my sellers, when we list a home, we do an estimated net sheet. We break down all the costs, including HOA fees. What if you have a status letter charge? I mean, all that's broken down. HOA fees, you name it. So
no, but I'm talking about this, Frank.
Yeah.
When you see a house advertised $795.
Oh yeah.
It's not $795. You can't do that anymore.
True.
You can't even say $795 and then after they come to you, give them a breakdown. It has to be upfront. So that $795 might turn out to be $815.
You bring up a good point. What I would tell you, though, when we put these homes on MLS, we show what the taxes are. We show what the HOA fees are. If there's any upcoming special assessments, we must disclose that. So all that's transparent up front, which is very nice.
Yeah, if it is. But the price, so, and with renting, it's going to really cause havoc. If an apartment base rent, let's say, is $1,200, you always see these signs outside on these apartment buildings. Rents are starting at so-and-so or $1,495. Okay, whatever. If there are any fees at all, they must be broken down per unit. So you can't say $1,250 a month plus fees. You can't say that. So you can't say in a real estate transaction, see contract for details or plus fees or plus this or plus that.
In an advertisement. That's right.
That's right.
How about lenders that say, okay, it's 5.99. Well, is that APR? That better be the total. That better be the total.
So basically, what does it do? You don't have to advertise pricing, but once you enter into a price, it must include all elements. So I think what you're going to see are a lot of people not advertising price anymore, especially with these cars. That $495 dealer prep and handling, whatever they call it, mop and glow, whatever you get charged at the back end has to be upfront per unit. Per unit.
Where do they advertise cars these days?
Online.
That wouldn't have that. I don't know where they advertise. You don't see on TV like a Toyota Tundra's $89,000.
No, but you sometimes see, Ford trucks starting at, or you do see prices sometimes on those old, I don't even know if they even have them anymore, newspaper display ads. You'd have units, you'd have unit numbers, and you'd have pricing. But that price is not the price because inevitably you get charged upfront other fees, and it must be on a per unit basis. We'll talk more about this coming up. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And if you have any real estate questions or loan questions, I have a couple texts we'll get to. Waterpros.net, drinking water at the kitchen sink, reverse osmosis for under $1,200. You will never find this system for a lower price anywhere. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554.
Yep.
I wonder if that affects places, though, that say, if we can't sell your home, we'll buy it for cash at your price.
That's a good
But the asterisk is at your price. So in other words, what they're not explaining to the public is, it's not, you can't just say my price is $1 million. What they're going to do is tell you that the bottom line price they would buy it at. That's the part that gets left out, and that's where that little asterisk
you sign
is.
a contract.
I wonder if
Look
now they
at
have
the
to
email I
disclose that,
sent you, Tom.
because they'll say call for details or some
On the
restrictions
Kia.
apply,
Okay. I'm going to look right now.
So for the YouTubers, I got an email from Arapahoe Kia. It says new price alert on a 2026 Kia Sportage.
Yeah, that can
And
vary
if you look at the ad, it says 30,959. That's all it says.
Right.
That I think breaks it.
Unless they sell it to you for that, you can walk out the door with that.
Yeah, but I have a
That's-
feeling they're going to tack on $1,000 for dealer prep.
That's all negotiable.
So at what point?
I would tell you.
At what point?
Now, where'd
is
you
it
get
false
this ad?
advertising?
Where'd you get the ad?
They email me all the time. All these people.
What I do is I tell them these are all estimates, but we're going to pad the numbers so you're more than covered. That way, when we get to closing, you're going to come out probably better than what I'm telling you. And usually, I'm pretty close, but we'll usually keep it around $2,000 to $3,000 where.
See, I'd be curious on this example right here. And then, I'd be very curious if they add on all the other bullshit.
Yeah, are you out the door for that price? I don't know.
And according to the new law, you can't do this.
Will this affect hookers?
Yes, hookers, like, if they don't break it down like an hourly rate, I mean, that could be a big problem.
Or a 6-minute rate.
or a minute by minute rate.
One of my favorite songs. Oh, why is somebody's mic on?
So be ready for that, and that's going to run around XYZ.
That'd be an interesting time to turn that on. Huh.
Glad you caught that.
Let me just ask about blowjobs specifically. Thanks, Mike. John, not Mike. Mike.
And it's a freaking HOA. It was $250. Now it's like $701.
So if I have the mic on, it goes all over the YouTube.
If that blue button's on, under most scenarios, you are live on the air, Jack.
The only one that doesn't know that is Doc.
We have tried to explain it 8 million times from Tuesday. So I got so used to doing the show during COVID from home. One of the times I got right back into studio after COVID, right in the middle of the break, I went to talk to Dragon, our other tech, and I hit the damn on button, and he wasn't in there, and I dropped the fuck, and it went right out over the.
So it talks over the commercial.
It went right out, Jack. It talks with the commercial. But I'm loud, so I'm talking over the commercial.
Especially when you can't find them.
I walked my ass right down to the main, the big boss's office instantly. And I did it perfectly because I had to get back after break. I had to get back on the air. I said, Brenda, I just dropped the fuck right in the middle of a commercial on air. I thought I had to tell you, but I got to get back and finish up the show.
Don't yell at me yet. Yeah.
Do you remember that, Shannon? Then I was walking up and Dave busted my balls, man. He said he did something during a live broadcast like 25 years ago. And I'm not so sure I believed him. I don't think he'd lie about it, but he said a word I don't think I've even said on YouTube.
Yeah.
He said over a broadcast. I found that crazy. And he said there wasn't really delay back then.
So like now, if you did, hopefully he catches it.
Yeah, and if he doesn't catch it, I can hit it.
The delay is in 2 sets of 10 seconds. Oh. So
I did that
20
once. Not a
seconds
bad word,
is
but I
an
said something
eternity
that went out on the radio.
Believe me,
for me to be able to
they threw you
scrub.
under the bus already.
How long does it take to rebuild 10 seconds?
Like a minute or
Oh,
so.
okay.
It was just an innocuous statement.
Maybe 90 seconds.
You know, about
it
where the,
depends on the
but it
content.
went out on the air.
Like if music or a commercial with a lot of sound is going, it takes longer than talking because it adds silence during silence.
I got it. It adds breaks, pauses, whatever.
Yeah, 1/10 of a second.
That's
But
pretty impressive, actually.
Oh, it's a hell of a technology.
Too bad people don't have that. Wouldn't that be cool if, like, people in general, we could just hit a button and just kind of erase what we just said?
I probably shouldn't have said that. Hang on.
Just rewind.
Control
Hold on a
Z.
second.
Do whatever.
Undo, undo, undo.
Here's the thing, people. I'm not going to say you sit here. Very good.
Take care of that. I'm gonna grab
Now, me, I'm more of a control paste kind of guy. Huh, you know what I should have said? Hang on. Insert.
One of the rules of negotiations
Yeah.
is never give away a concession for free.
Kelly, what's going on? Are you sore? Are you okay? Did you pull a muscle? You want to talk about it? Okay. We weren't talking about Kelly enough, so she made a noise.
Give away a concession for free. Shut up. Because if you do that, now you weaken the
You're the best.
power of that concession. If you save it for later, now it has a more
You're predictable in every way.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Nope, not
Do you
now.
find your
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's go to the mail room here. What, did you have something to say?
I have a question for Frank.
Frank Duran, okay. This is Bo, Deputy Bo. Go ahead.
Frank, I have a question about my sister's got a condo and she's just having trouble getting rid of it. And I thought, what do you think of the theory or to offer to pay the HOA fees like 6 months or 7 months in advance to give an incentive for the buyer to get into the
I guess that would be like any incentive, right, or not? Go ahead.
You know, my friend, that's a really good question. And I have seen people do that. Sometimes that works and sometimes that does not. I would tell you, not suggesting that you couldn't do that and have success. What I would say is this, though. What I find to be more successful is if you can price the home right to begin with, you leverage your position better. Because one of the rules of a negotiation is never give away something for free, because it loses its perceived value. If
Could you repeat that again?
Sure. Never give away something for free, because what happens is you lose the perceived value. If you give it away too quick, too fast, now they'll take that. You get to the inspection, they want to renegotiate again. You have no leverage. So if you could save that for later in a negotiation, you have a better chance of having more clout. And I would tell you more from experience than anything else, not suggesting you couldn't take the other route and it possibly worked true. But I would tell you, if you leverage the price better, you have more strength later in a transaction.
Maybe lower the price so you can get more people.
Yeah, create more demand and just hit that sweet spot.
It's the same old thing as, don't give away the milk for free if you can buy the cow or something like that.
Hey, Mark, good point. That's a good one.
Okay. So in essence, what we're talking about also is this 1090, this House bill, and what it does for all transactions. Mark brought up an ad. Mark, explain the ad and what you think it means.
So I got an ad from Arapahoe Kia, and literally it says, price drop alert. Don't miss out on this limited time price drop offer. And then it says 2026 Kia Sportage LX, $30,959. That's all it says. And then I can choose Get This Deal. If I click on Get This Deal, it brings me to their website, and it says basically the same thing. It says MSRP, the savings from Arapahoe Kia, final price, $30,959. I would bet anybody anything. If I started purchasing this vehicle or walked in there, I'd still have to pay dock fees.
Yeah, and that needs to be included. It's really going to be a big deal. We're going to have a few test cases, though, before this starts happening.
We should do one. What should we do one on? I don't mind. I filed a ton of different actions over the years.
Yeah, and then
let's do one.
Dimitri
I'm not going to buy
quite
a
good.
Kia, though.
Get Dimitri.
No, that's right. So what do you do? See, that's the problem. If we go to do one and then they call our bluff, then what do we do?
Well, you have to go in and actually do it. I think you got to go in and buy it, then you go after them in court for the difference.
Mark, do you think a restaurant would be easier than going after a
restaurant would be simple. There's a place right over here, and I hate picking on these guys, but I'm still pissed at them. We've gone over there for a few beers, Suzanne and I, over the years. It's called Burger and Tap or Tap and Burger over here in the Tech Center.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And at the very bottom, after you get your bill, you're like, how come my bill's that high? They add 20% fee. It used to be a COVID fee. Now they call it something else. So you're not even expecting that fee, but it's not the tip.
Yeah.
You're expected still to tip on top of the fee.
Yes,
Mark,
I've seen that.
Could that be the fee for the cooks, like a back of the house?
No, it
fee?
is. It is sometimes. That's
It's
what
the
it is. They
bend
even
over
say
20%.
but sometimes they say
fee.
that. They say back of the house fee. I've actually seen that, or overhead or maintenance or what? Not maintenance, but other staff, support staff. So, but they can't do that anymore without disclosing it. We'll delve more into this. Plus, we got questions for real estate coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK. All mics are on. You guys can talk. Okay.
So I still don't understand. So the restaurant, you come out, they're not allowed to do, any service fee on there, or just as long as...
It's on that text I sent you.
Each item they advertise, and
That was from
see,
Craig
we don't
Becker. He's
even
a
know
lender.
if a
He's
menu
I
is
know.
advertised.
I used to be
We don't
with,
even know how
Ideal.
that works.
Yeah, yeah.
But anything you advertise has to be the complete price. Whatever you're advertising has to be the complete
I'm glad we
price.
brought that up, Frank, on the air.
Steak.
Yeah.
I get a little action off of it.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to get your number too.
Plus tax.
I get your stuff.
You can, tax you don't have
Just the
to
office and like on budget.
build in there. You have to put how much that steak is, and you can't charge any more for it.
So how's that going to work with a real estate transaction when
Look out,
certain
Frank, you
closing
bugged me
costs
constantly.
and insurance costs and things are based on like buyer's
I have no idea.
buyer's ability?
These morons that wrote the law, they have no idea.
Yeah,
Since
but
we're
if
on break,
if it's
we can
not
bring
the
up on
total
air. So I'm
price
looking at
because
this
that's
place
all
called
part of it,
Marston
but we can't
Shores. I live
estimate
in
that.
over by Green
But it
Gables,
wouldn't be an
Wisconsin.
accurate price
Well,
to advertise.
I don't
How do
know.
we do
Is it
that?
an accurate price? So if you're selling or listing a house for $100,000 and someone walks in with $100,000 cash, can they not buy that house?
For 100,000 cash?
Yeah.
No, I mean there's going to be some transfer
Right,
fees
because
and
I
there's going
actually
to be
drive by
fees.
the
But you have to
for
pay
those
for
types of
those
things.
fees out of your 100,000.
Yeah, but those fees
Not
wouldn't.
necessarily.
Those are third-party fees, though. I don't think those...
The
that's-
fees
Not
wouldn't increase the
necessarily.
price of the house.
No, not the
All
price
you're
of the house.
advertising is the price of the house.
Right. So that's still okay then.
That would be fine. How I read the law. But if you were like, okay, it's $100,000, but you also got to pay 5% to my realtor.
Because I don't want to drive.
Now it's $105,000. That's a no-no because you're paying $105,000 for that
That has
house.
to be advertised.
We can get a fizz button.
County,
Those
state,
are gotta be
Taxes, governmental fees do not include.
right? But like the buyer still is going to have closing costs, loan fees,
Well, that's on
those
the
types of
lender.
things.
That's if you had a
So
lender.
you have to disclose those things.
Well, we have to...
They
So
have
our
to
price-
disclose them already.
Even
Right,
that,
but, and I know that, right? But our stuff stays the same.
That's why I don't
Yeah.
know if you'd be able to advertise anymore 6.99 APR.
So Frank, let me
I
ask
don't
you
know
this,
if you'd
and
be
this
able
might
to
be a
do
question
that
for on
if
air.
there's
So I
other
would like to get a
fees
copy of
involved
the
in it.
Yeah, because that makes
and
up
a
the
concern
Well,
order
yeah,
that
That's what makes up the
points
APR.
and everything else. Right, right.
Owner, the
So like Tom
just
was
saying, I'm
doing an
thinking
ad
of
for
buying
that
into
other
this
company, and for a
community, but I
while it
wanna
was
read it
that
before I even-
that 2-year loan or
somebody
whatever.
comes up for
He was saying $599 or $499, but he had to switch to just doing that, just the APR. You can't do the 4 point
Because I
whatever.
noticed, because he said, and whenever you see that big
Yeah.
difference, you know it's...
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, the points to
But
buy
now
the
they
rate to
can't-
that.
they
Direct
can't say
communication, a lot of times we can find that information.
Correct, you have to use the APR.
Or they'll at least tell us how to get to it.
Which they should anyhow. I mean, that's
Sure.
always been kind of weird.
Well, yeah, but some HOAs are
Well,
harder
we
than others.
we do advertise,
to navigate,
you
so
know, the
I
purchase
have to
price of the
sometimes
house
be
is
very
what it
persistent
is, and
with
then of
it,
course
but I can help you with that.
Well, no, we can't advertise commissions.
Think that'd be a good question to bring up on
Cannot,
the
but that's a separate
I think
contract.
any question's a good
between you and
question.
your
Right.
realtor.
I got
How commissions are getting paid.
If I come in with
We
100
cannot
grand to buy one of
advertise.
your listings, commissions aren't going to come in.
Yeah.
It depends on your contract agreement with whomever. And if you don't have
I'm
an
saying
agent,
if
it's
I
different.
walked in to buy
Yeah.
one of your listings that was 500,000, you better take 500,000.
If you don't, realtor commissions, if you don't have an agent, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be a deal. But
How would that work anyhow? How would you get paid? Well, you just get paid.
I get paid by the seller, which I'd already have predefined if I have an unrepresented buyer come in. What I get paid in that instance is
I got so pissed
Or
at
their,
the lady I use in
spam.
Louisiana because I brought 3 homes to her she didn't bring to me because they were for sale by owner. That really, I got on her about that too. I said, that's bullshit. The only reason you didn't give me these is because they were this way. But I gave her a second chance and it appears as if she's doing it now.
Yeah, but ultimately, I mean, Louisiana should be the same, having their contract, how they're going to get paid by you. It should
I
already
don't
be
have
in-
a contract. I'm a buyer.
You should have a contract
Why
as
would
a buyer.
I would never have. I would
That
never.
was a result of that lawsuit nationwide. Everyone has to work by buyer's contracts now because some of the other states didn't have them.
Okay.
Like Colorado has.
Well, I have no contract with her.
Gotcha.
I don't know why I wouldn't until I went to buy a house, though. Why would I?
It's how it was written. We're supposed to have them prior to showing houses.
So in order
So
for
the
you,
question of commission.
wait a minute.
Is
So
yeah.
for you to show me a house, if you're listing a house,
If I'm listing the house, no, because I'm getting paid by my seller. So
Okay.
that's already predefined.
but if I come to you and say, "Hey, Stephanie, I saw this
House, I want
house
you to
in
come
Woodland
show me."
Park for sale, and I see that you live around here. Can you show me that house?"
I have
You're
to-
going to tell me to get in a contract. I'm going to say you're crazy.
I don't have people sign contracts immediately, but I will have to do a brokerage disclosure, which explains my role in the transaction
Okay.
and where my commission comes from.
That makes sense.
It has to be very transparent now, like that.
Yeah.
Like, and it was for us, right? But other states nationwide didn't have any type of thing, and I guess there was just a lot of who knew how what people were getting paid and where. And no, I don't force contracts on people. And in instances that I know I'm going to start working with somebody and I have like they're coming in and we're going to go see a bunch of houses, I'll do like a 2-week contract with them as a, hey, I need to be compliant with the rules. Let's get to know one another and make sure we feel good about working together.
Yeah.
Because ultimately I need to be compliant, but it also defines how I'm getting paid. So if in that 2 weeks we look at houses, they're like, okay, I want to write that offer, then it says, hey, this is how I'm getting paid. That was the problem in part of it.
Yeah.
Is it just that piece wasn't transparent.
You get through me, Frank? Shoot, I grab
Bo, what are you doing over there?
Stealing food.
You know he's up to something over there.
Who?
You.
No, I'm being a good boy and Tom's watching.
Okay,
me.
I have some trivia questions for Frank Duran on Seinfeld.
Oh, gee.
JR actually texted him.
Oh, that's great.
Good for JR.
Yeah,
What
good
is
for
it?
you, JR.
Yeah.
Or as I say, Jackal.
Jackal.
Jackal from the road.
You know, Dragon, you're going to have to get a new set of sounds. We're so used to them, we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not true. I know you've run upstairs hearing that.
Never once. He's got the bug, the doorbell, the smoke alarm, the drip, it's just all old. Get something new. I can tell you. Okay. He's a child.
That's getting old.
He's like a little kid in the corner crying for attention. I got some really cool ones.
Yeah, okay, let's hear your cool ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
You are an idiot?
Yeah.
Okay. I never heard that one.
He never uses it.
Nice.
I like the idiot one.
Oh,
Okay,
that
how
one's
about
new.
this? Let me go here and find out.
Oh my God. Those are older than old.
Jobs. No, they're not that.
Ripped off.
That one's
Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooters.
Turn down your speakers.
Common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. Our number, if you're listening live in local 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. If you're on YouTube or around the country or listening on a podcast delayed, you can always get us at 303-MARTINO. It'll ring right through 303-627-8466. And we invite all of your calls. We've been talking a little bit about House Bill 20. It's really not a bill anymore. It's a law, but it came from House Bill 251090 regarding pricing. It says, in essence, I'm just going to say it really quickly. If you advertise price at all, anywhere, it must include every mandatory charge that will come along with it or likely to come along with it. And it must be broken down per unit. So you can't say the price of the car plus dealer, D&H plus this, plus that. It must actually be figured in the price. So when they look at the price, they see everything. Jay, you have a comment on the new pricing law. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, Tom. I was just curious. Does that in any way affect like an auto repair estimate if they write up what they're going to do? They have to include everything, and the bottom line is the bottom line.
Right.
Without.
That's right. They have to do that if they quote price. Now remember, if they don't quote price, if they don't advertise price, they don't have to do that. But Mark, he brings up a good point. Listen to this. The little nuance. Mark, what if they don't advertise price?
Well, I think if you don't advertise, the whole thing is truth in advertising. So I really don't think it matters if you don't advertise price.
But listen to this. Now, the second half of that question, Mark, they don't advertise price, but they take their car in and say, how much will this brake job be?
Yeah.
They give them a price. Does that price have to include everything?
Yeah, it's already that way. That already has to include, I think you can move, 10% or up to $100. And I'm talking just cars. That's the Auto Repair Act.
Okay, so let's take something else then. Let's
like
say,
lawn mowing or landscaping or something.
Yeah, or you have a TV, or if people even
I'll
bother.
Give you one. How about if I call up and say, hey, I need a new driveway poured, and they send me an estimate for $10,000, and they get out there and they need to bring in a pump truck, and that pump truck's going to cost me another, $1,000 or something.
See, but can they make the argument, we never advertised price, you asked for a price and we gave you
these morons in our legislature that wrote this, I mean, if you read it, it is the most, it's crazy.
Right.
It's so open. I don't know. Someone's got to challenge all this stuff. I swear to God, I don't even know how those people, look, I got my GED in New Jersey at 15, and I think I could write better laws.
Yeah, listen, here's the deal. We want to know, does House bill apply? Does it apply?
But who do we ask? Who the hell do you ask?
Yeah, you're right. Nobody knows. I mean, when they passed it, you're right. I mean,
these are the same people that passed a law that the crazy guy running around in the park downtown trying to kidnap children didn't get in any trouble.
Oh, my God. And they also declassified car theft as a felony unless you get 3 of them.
Can you imagine that? Yeah. Oh, whoops, let's slap you on the wrist. You've stolen 4 cars. But they're all under $10,000, so therefore...
Yeah. They're just trying to be... I get sidetracked when I talk about this.
Yeah, I know, but seriously, I have no idea how we even test it. I don't know if you take the law for what it says, you could probably go after a menu. If you sit down in a restaurant and the menu says the steak is $14.99 and they charge you any form of service fee, then you probably can go after them. They'll get fined. You'll get the difference back as a refund, whatever.
Here's one of the legislative analyses that were going on during, it's called Spirit of the Law. Anyway, what that means is what were the discussions going into it? And it said it can apply to estimates, even if you don't advertise prices publicly, depending on how the estimate is presented. If the estimate functions like a price quote up front, it must include absolutely every mandatory fee.
Then how does that work for like a roofer? They come out and say, hey, that roof's going to be $17,490. Then all of a sudden they find out the decking's bad. Whoops, that's got to go up $2,000. So they broke the law?
Oh, my God, see? That's another.
And then now I'm going to get a little ridiculous, but remember, hospitals are supposed to tell you and have upfront pricing. So I go in for a CAT scan, and while I'm getting the CAT scan, I freak out and they got to give me some morphine. Do they charge me for the morphine now because that was part of the CAT scan?
And we don't have anyone we can holler at. Like ask these questions and say, morons, why did you pass this? Because they wouldn't know. They would not know the answers to these questions.
They literally have no idea what they signed. They basically all raise their hands if the leader raises their hand.
And it sounded good to them, right? Ken.
Well, to me, it sounds good, too. In theory, it sounds great. If something's advertised, we all hate it when I'll tell you one that drives me crazy. You go to a restaurant and you have over 10 people and they're going to charge you a 20% service fee because you have more than 10 people. Well, okay. I mean, where do they tell you that?
Yeah. Ken, what is your issue? What is happening, Ken? This sounds terrible. What's going on, man?
Well, it's beyond terrible for me, not hopefully for any of your audience. And I just had a few more comments and observations than, unfortunately, we're all late to the draw.
Your mom is in hospice right now?
Well, she's dead.
Oh,
But when I tried to get hospice, and by the way, I have I don't want to get like off the track too
Sure.
much, but I understand you had pancreatic cancer. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, this past year I was diagnosed January 2nd of 2025 and spent the year fighting it. Yes.
So there's a guy over in England, and then I'll get on with my other comments.
Sure.
He was working on pancreatic cancer. He had 400 patients that he cured in a row, 0 failure. And they took him to court because he didn't fill out a bunch of paperwork over in England.
What?
And the way their legal system works.
I want to look that
the
up.
way their legal system works, I just want to say this uninterrupted.
Sure.
The way their legal system works is if you plead out when you're charged in the beginning, it's the opposite of ours where you can string it out and generally get a better plea later on. So this guy, I think they gave him 4 years and maybe they'll let him out. And I'm thinking they should have him visit Buckingham Palace and give him a medal or the Nobel Prize. But instead, modern medicine and the medical industrial complex prefers to treat it the way we do over here and let people languish in the survival rate. The way we do it here is like 3%. And this guy had 100% for 400 people.
Do you know what his name was? I'd like to look it up.
I don't, but I if I can track it down, I'll leave word for you.
I want you to. I appreciate that. There are a lot of people working on pancreatic cancer, which was once a very, very, very rare disease, is showing its ugly head everywhere. And I'm one of, they tell me, and again, I'm not going to sit here and brag because I don't know if reoccurrence will ever happen. They tell me I'm 100% cancer free, and that because it never spread in my case, I have a good chance it'll stay that way. However, there have been a lot of charlatans, too, taking advantage of all people with cancer. There's a lot of bogus treatments in Mexico, and there are a lot of bogus treatments around the world. But again, you're right, Ken. It does seem sometimes when people are forward thinking, what happens is big pharmaceutical companies or healthcare facilities or insurance companies shut them down, and I don't know why. But anyway, you called about your mom. Let's talk about your mom. What's going on with her? Or she's deceased, and I'm sorry.
That's all right. Thank you. So my comments are everybody through the whole hospice thing. We started, my brother and I, trying to get this.
What was the hang up? Why couldn't you get her into hospice care?
Well, hang on. It was about a couple of weeks ago. I don't really know because I've seen it fast-tracked before, once with another member of my family. But part of the difference is, I think, my mom was at home as opposed to my father, who was in assisted living. And with the assisted living thing, it was pretty much rubber stamp, smooth, confirmed diagnosis, get in, start the process.
But they do have home hospice care, though, Ken, specifically for people at home.
Hang on, I'm getting to that.
Sure.
I'm getting to that. So I called my mom's provider, and I said, she's too sick to go in. Can you send somebody to, a house call? No, it's not our policy, blah, blah, blah. So Conifer Medical, in all their, policies, wisdom, and whoever owns them, that's too good for them. And then I called Dispatch Health. That turned out.
We got a break here soon.
All right, I'll tell you what. Hold on. I want to hear the rest of your story and figure out what you're calling about and see what we can do. Hold on. I don't want you to hang up, please. 303-713-8255.
Jordan Keanu, man, I love when you come on. We have an event coming up this Thursday. Jordan, tell everybody where it is and what it's about. Suzanne and I are going to be there, and we want to get people signed up. It's all about retirement, but give some details.
Absolutely. It's going to be this Thursday, 6:30 p.m. at the Even Hotel. That's right across from Maggiano's.
Right in the tech center, very conveniently located. We got a room over there.
That's right. And it's going to be about getting ahead financially, not only about retirement, but other financial strategies that you can implement in your life. Reverse mortgages, how to capitalize on not only annuities, life insurance, but just to maximize your taxes.
And we're going to be talking about long-term care, which is really important to people getting older. That guaranteed income, bonuses on it, reverse mortgages. It's all about retirement. We're also going to be talking about some of the pitfalls of Social Security. But it's not just a, hey, listen to this. It is a true Q&A. Bring all the questions you have. Ask the questions about 15% bonuses on retirement annuities. Talk about income for life. Talk about long-term care. Ask the questions.
That is correct. Bring it on, and we'll be there at 6:30 p.m. this Thursday.
Jordan, I look forward to it. Everybody out there, you can sign up. The easiest way is go to mymoney.myway.com. Go there right now. Get signed up. It's really quick, and it is very limited seating. It's not a huge room over at that hotel, right in the DTC across from Maggiano's, and it's at 6:30 Thursday the 22nd this week. Please get signed up now. I look forward to meeting you. mymoney.myway.com, an information retirement seminar this week. mymoney.myway.com. Thanks, Jordan.
That worked.
What do you think about limiting
she get
credit
away?
cards to 10%? Just in theory, I think it's a can of worms, and I hope he backs off from that dumb shit.
I think there's no chance it's getting them. I mean, it'd be beautiful to consumers, but you're going to see a lot of effects of it.
I don't
So
think it'd be beautiful
Westminster, I have
to
one
consumers
home office in
because
Thornton,
I think you
but
would have
I
to
serve
have a
all-
much
I
higher
serve- but I
credit
serve
score
all
and a
of
better
Denver
job
Metro
just to
system. You know, the funny
qualify
thing
for a
is,
car
especially this day and
or a
age-
card.
Wow, that's a waste.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If I'm in Thornton, I might as well be 5 minutes away from Castle Rock. It doesn't matter because
How about
I
a
serve all of
50-year
Denver
mortgage?
Metro.
Right.
And back like maybe in the 70s and 80s, you probably stayed at the office all the time. Our whole team is mobile, so you work off your laptops. You're not sitting at the office all day, what you're doing. I mean, you do have some office time, but the majority of what you're doing is negotiating contracts. Everything's
That's what dropped
electronic
the
now, so I can sell a home in
like
Castle Rock, which I know
Andy's
those areas very
stopping
well.
some,
And 60% of our
investment
business
companies
is on the
from
south side anyway.
Interesting.
We have signs all over. It's crazy. But
And you have to maintain two offices.
But the distance, no, it's not because of that so much. It's just more convenience. But the distance from the office
it's all smoke and mirrors.
doesn't matter anymore. You know,
It's
20
like a
years
lot
ago,
of the
maybe it would've, I
foreclosures
don't
that
know.
went down 08, 09.
Technology now.
They bought them up and
Yeah,
sat on them. They didn't even list them because they knew in 2 or 3 years they could double.
So I know Denver like the back of my hand.
Right.
So we sell Castle Rock and Littleton and Inglewood, all of Denver. We go all the way down to Firestone on the north side. I'm selling.
That is
one-
interesting how they
Oh,
sold them
gosh,
to their
yeah.
own.
I'm selling one in Erie right now. We just closed one in Kingsburg. I mean, we go everywhere. The only places I don't touch are mountain properties or commercial real estate, or something like Colorado Springs or Pueblo. I would refer that to like Stephanie.
Yeah, let's give it to
But
Stephanie.
Denver Metro, I stay.
A ton of blowback.
And you're
I
busy,
don't think
so you don't need to
I think a lot of
venture
people
out.
that might qualify for a card now wouldn't qualify.
That took years. I mean,
Well, could you save some money and eliminate an office, or do you own the building?
no, the office. Really, I'm grandfathered in with Remax, so my fees are not that expensive. With
Oh, you in a Remaxer building?
Remax Alliance. We have Westminster, but I keep a home office, but we also have an office at in Westminster. But if you're here's my thought though, if you're sitting in the office, and thank God we have the top team at Remax Alliance Westminster, but it's a funny thing we're the only ones never there. And
Really?
if you're sitting at the office all day, how productive are you? You know?
Right.
I know, and that's not, I'm not trying to put anybody down, but I noticed the
Or
people that
coming
sit
to
at
the
the office,
office.
they're the low producers, are the ones always complaining that the market's bad,
Right.
but what are they doing? You know, and I think sellers expect you to be proactive and out there and
Out there running
know your
around
market.
looking at.
Yeah, and have resources to sell their home.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
You guys ever have
Everybody,
Okay.
I'm doing good. How you doing? Tom, I was going to ask you those spots we did a few months. Hey, oh, no problem, no problem. Okay,
Yeah, I think Brad does.
Frank's not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. Anytime soon. Yeah, buddy, let's stay in touch. We'll go grab a coffee.
Yeah.
You let me know when you have some time, and we'll visit together.
I just put on YouTube. But Sherry, she should get that listing with you guys. Get a little YouTube exposure for you.
Yeah.
I was reading the other day, but you do a 1031 with that.
Well, he's running around like a one-handed paper hanger.
Oh, I didn't think of
Busy
that.
guy.
Good thing I didn't put that picture up in the
No,
bathroom.
but all I was going to ask, do you think it's realistic? Do you think it's no pressure? You got a million things going. What I was going to ask, do you think it's realistic that we start him for the spring market?
Okay. You know what?
I don't know. That would be a great
Get them
question
done
for
sooner
our
than that, and
attorney.
you decide.
Yeah,
Actually,
but no
that might
pressure. I mean, I know you're busy.
You know what?
It was just more of a question.
I dropped the ball on him.
No, not really, because my thought is we
Hey,
could just time them. For
well,
the
we
right
got
timing of
lines
the
now,
market.
but
So
yeah,
to me,
I'd like to
use them for
ask
the
our
spring.
accountant.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did read where you can do a first lien HELOC
I mean, you treat me so good. I don't care. Whatever.
as long as you move the same amount of money. The thing is with the first lien HELOC, yeah, you have to do it at the initial draw at the money, but then you could pay it down.
So you get treated good here, huh, Frank?
Yeah. Got
About me. I get yelled at. you get Well, you've known this guy a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I sure have.
At least 5 years. I'm just
Yeah, at least.
5 times 5.
And I misunderstood what I was saying.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Time.
I think what we do. I think
You have
we
to use
try
social
this
media though to market. You know.
What's that, Frank?
Social media
what
for
would
market. I
you
mean, I
say
market
is
all over
typically
social
your
media.
best
Yeah.
way to get it?
Yeah.
I think you.
What
Have
are
to,
people
huh?
thinking
Yeah.
about calling you? I'm trying to think. If we did two nights a week on KOA and flooded them,
I would have to say maybe a Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Do you think?
Now, Luke, Dad,
Your trusted local fiduciary advisors, TrajanWealth.com.
But I refer you.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Let's go to the phones. Ken, let's get to your now your story. You tried to get your mom into hospice care, but had trouble because she was at home and getting home health care and all that. So where are we going with this? What's going on, and what can we help you with, if anything?
Yeah, at this point, it's all pretty mute. It's just the funeral arrangements. But when I called, I was thinking you guys might have been able to help, but the time's passed. But first, the doctor, they wanted 48 hours to transfer the records and this was Friday afternoon, to transfer the records to the hospice people. And, to go off, not the deep end, but on another note, I'm sitting there listening to my mom in anguish, trying to avoid it. And I looked up, how fast can a carrier pigeon fly?
Yeah, so you're upset that everyone, so when it came time for some critical care toward the end, you were frustrated by the red tape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I called these on-care home doctors to get her evaluated. And one of them called me back this morning, again, way too late.
Yeah.
And they're doctors. The fact you guys didn't get back, it's like, well, it's Friday afternoon. But everybody else.
But could they make the argument? And again, Ken, I really, honest to God, I feel so. I got a question though.
Time out. Anybody can make an argument.
Well, I just have a question.
If you're in a healing All right, go ahead.
Ken, it's back and forth, bro. I've heard you. I've not cut off one thing you've said. What I'm asking is this: could someone make the argument?
Did, but go ahead.
Ken, listen.
I put him on hold. Go ahead, Tom.
I realize you have grief. I realize it, okay? And I understand you're upset. But could someone make the argument, and again, my heart goes out to you, but can someone make the argument that you don't wait for the last few days to make arrangements? That if you know your mom is dying, that you make arrangements way ahead of time. Go ahead, Ken. Continue.
Well, we started this. My brother did, like 2 weeks ago, and she had insurance. She had Medicare with a good supplement plan, but between the no calls and the delays and everything, it just didn't get done. So, really, at this point, it's just my frustration with a system that's at least partially, in my opinion, not really they're malfunctioning. And we had a family business, and in fact, I've heard you say before, you want to get rich, answer the phone. Well, they get rich evidently not answering the phone or doing it on their terms only. And I understand it's like
2 weeks is pretty short notice too. 2 weeks is pretty short too. I mean, you said you started 2 weeks ago as if that was a long time.
Well, that was when we got a diagnosis.
Oh, you didn't know before that.
We got months.
So you didn't know before that that she was dying.
Right. But the doctors, in all likelihood, I mean, I'm not an emergency or a doctor, but I could tell by looking at her, man, this does not have a happy ending.
What illness did she have? What disease? What killed her?
Heart failure and pneumonia.
But what was before that? What was she ill with? I mean, you said no one knew she was going.
She had a host of problems that her primary care knew of.
How old was she?
And I don't want to. She was 89.
Okay, so no one anticipated that she was going to need this care right away, right?
Well, me and my brother did. Everybody else along the chain.
But you and your brother only knew about a couple weeks before that she was really that dire. So that's what you're saying. You're saying the system is broken, that when people are dying or are in misery, they should be given priority. And there are many, many people who agree with that 100%. In fact, there are many people, insurance companies, it's no secret that they have a motto of delay, deny, defend. I mean, that is truly one of the things they used to say. Now, they won't say it out loud anymore, but it is a terrible, terrible system. You're right. They don't respond quickly in all cases. For some reason, in some cases they do, but there are people that drop through the cracks. When
I called to report it, I'm not real big on government, but the fire department, 15 minutes. The sheriff department, 20 minutes. The coroner, 30 minutes. Somehow or another, they got the idea of
urgency.
We got a problem.
Yeah.
Let's just put it in front of us and handle it.
Yeah.
And the medical people, they, in this arena, for whatever reason or reasons, whether it's the insurance companies or I really don't know. I mean, I don't think she was blacklisted.
No, of course not.
No. Look, she's on her way out.
Ken, I agree with you. Things don't move the way we want them to sometimes. They don't, especially when you're facing a dying loved one and you need care fast and you want to get her into hospice and things were moving too slowly. It's unfortunate, by the way, and this is a good message for everyone. If you have older people you're taking care of, or parents or loved ones, you really need to keep an eye out for this kind of thing because Ken didn't know his mom's going to be dying in a few days and a few weeks. So, they didn't have a lot of time. What happens in a case like that? I don't know what the answer is, actually. Deputy Doc, are you there? I mean, hospice, are they set?
He's not here, brother.
Oh, did he leave? Okay. I was just wondering, are they set up for urgent care like this. I don't mean, you know what I mean by urgent care, like last minute care. Hey, someone's dying, they need help, they're in misery. I wonder what would have happened, Ken, had you gone into the emergency room with your mom. Would they have admitted her and helped her die there? I don't know the answer to this, but I appreciate you calling. I wish there was something we could do. And I understand he's ridden with not guilt, with grief, and wanted to just get it off his chest. Okay, let's talk to Stephanie with a 2009 Ford Ranger. Stephanie, what's going on with you?
Thank you for taking my call. I have a 2009 Ranger Ford.
Yes, yeah.
Needs repairs.
What kind of repairs?
And I was told rod bearings.
Okay.
And, wrist pin.
Yeah.
And can you please recommend someone that'll work on and good mechanic? Please, I know you know.
You know who I would send you to? Where I would send you to Sheridan Auto Tech for that. If you need, they do work like that all the time, and they work on Fords. It's called Sheridan Auto Tech. Sheridan. And in fact, we'll give you this number off the air, but I'll give it to people listening. 303-45.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah, okay. Kelly, put her on hold and just give her the number, please. 303-455-7242. That's 303-455-7242. Yeah, Sheridan Auto Tech will take very good care of you and be very, very honest. I mean, when I say very, very, he's honest. There's no very, very. There's honest. There's not honest. This guy's golden. Donna. Oh, wait. Donna, I'm going to come back. She was working with a water leak with Deputy Bo. We'll come back to Donna to figure out what's going on with that problem right after this.
7242.
Yeah, see that we would have still been on the air with her, getting the number. Donna, I see Donna's call. A leak in the house from the shower on the upper floor. Was this is this a condo or a private home or what? Private home, okay.
You got plan a day when you come up here and do the show?
Yeah, I mean, this kind of takes
A leak in her house coming from the upstairs shower.
Well, I have to leave, so to be here, you know, in time for the show, I usually need about a 2 hour buffer.
What's that?
The issue is she has thousands of dollars of damage in insurance.
2 hours this way, and then 2 hours.
4 minutes from wear and tear.
You know.
Do you try to leave right away? So
Well, no, they're going to cover the damage. They're just not going to cover the pipe.
If I can.
Yeah, they will.
That would be great. Like today, I have to head straight out.
We got to get Compass on. We got to get Compass on.
It's definitely
American Home Shield. They're a clown.
Yeah, she bought her policy and paid $25 a month.
It's like, where you at?
You're saying her homeowner's insurance turned it down?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you must not be far then.
I know why.
Oh, so you're just around the corner, not too far.
There's a reason. If it seeped over time.
Yeah, no, for me,
it was a burst.
Okay.
It's without traffic.
And why does Home Shield say they're not covering it?
Today's probably not too bad. A lot of people off work today.
Yeah, coming in, traffic really bottlenecked.
Oh, they did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was ice.
Right. They're not going to cover the damage.
Like I said, kind of coming into right outside.
Who made the plumbing repairs? Okay.
What's your husband do?
He owns he works for himself doing computer.
How long ago was this?
So he contracts out with a lot of different businesses and is basically their IT networking guy. So yeah, he's pretty awesome at what he does. He's been doing it a long time. That's actually how he and Mark met way back when. So,
What's that?
How you met Michael?
Oh.
Michael working for you initially, and
Yep.
I was just telling John Michael's pretty good at what he does. And
Oh yeah.
he's Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So
That
he
is
has the
right.
ability to home
Over
office for
time,
most
over a
parts,
long
yeah,
period of time.
site, you know, with
Yeah.
clients. This
But
and that.
okay, got it.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of what he does is
Yeah.
remote for people. And on the back end, you know, and kind of one of those things where you do it so seamlessly they never know that all the things are going on. No, he's actually heading to Texas on Thursday to go visit some clients. Yeah. So he'll end up seeing my mom and all that fun. Yeah. Yeah, but their inventory's just been really low, you know, for what they're looking for. And
What are they looking, just like a ranch style or something?
well, everything out there's ranch pretty much. That's pretty normal.
Yeah,
But they're looking, you know, couple acre minimum, kind of in that range that they were on their last contract, price wise. And you know, my stepdad would really love some, you know, to have like the buildings, some of those outbuildings, and we'll see what they do. You know, there just hasn't been a lot that's really hit that.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go find that doctor that cured 400 cases all in a row?
Yeah, I know. I looked as
and
well.
That went to jail. There's fucking nothing out there.
I know. It's crazy.
I mean, why would someone make up such a
I know.
fucking bullshit thing?
I know.
Honest to God, why? I'm trying to figure that out.
Mark, it's bizarre.
It's fucking beyond bizarre. It's like saying, hey, there's people that can fucking fly in Europe and they don't need airplanes. They just fucking like Superman.
So hold on, there's a guy, it says here, cancer cure boss, David Noakes, jailed for 15 months. It says a company selling a so-called cancer cure has been jailed, and he's from UK. It's David Noakes, Noakes. Apparently, he was selling some something.
So you're assuming this is the guy that
I don't know. I mean, he
cured
might
400 cases in a row of pancreatic cancer.
I'm not saying he cured anything. I'm saying this could be who he's referring to. This could be who he's referring to. I mean, I don't know. When I looked it up, it came up.
Well, he brought it up like it was fact. The
No,
guy
I know.
cured 400
I know.
cases
I know.
back to back and then was thrown in jail. He's totally full of shit.
Yeah, I know.
Hospice stuff, I'm guessing.
Or else we would all be going to Europe.
I know it.
Oh, right.
There are so many people who claim to have cures for this and cures for that.
300 years ago, snake oil sales.
But he made it sound like it's a known fact. Like, hey, you know.
He made it sound like it was fucking gospel, brother.
Yeah, 400 cases in a row.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here with you, with Marc Mager and the team. I'm going to bring up Brian Burns for this next call because it is a call that I want to get his input on. We've had this come up time and time again, and we should clarify it. So Donna, Deputy Bo, you went over and looked, but Donna had this leak on the upstairs shower leaking to her downstairs, and it caused a lot of damage. And they said it. And all of a sudden, did it cave in? What got her to call for help to begin with?
So what happened? She has American Home Shield.
Yeah, but talk about the leak.
Okay,
Had a leak. Is that what she called? Did the ceiling cave in? What happened?
I took a lot of pictures. She's got 2 bathrooms that are basically destroyed from this water burst in a cold water pipe going up to the shower. So American Home Shield did contract with Crown Plumbing. They did come out and they did a very good job at repairing the leak. And I thought it was in line with $850, but the statement that I believe they made to your insurance company that it was due to a slow leak or wear and tear, in my opinion, is not the correct diagnosis of this, because now the farmer's insurance is not going to cover the claim.
All right. Now, here's what I want to do. I want to talk to Brian Burns. Brian, let's say she had a shower leaking. What they're saying is it leaked over time. It was my understanding that even if it leaked over time, they may cover the damage, not the pipe itself, but the damage.
Wait. I have to hold on a second. We do realize the warranty
Turn down your speakers, Tom.
talking about is one of these aftermarket things you pay like $25 a month for.
Yeah. But that particular, we're not talking about that. We're talking about her homeowner's insurance turned her down for the damages. Because they said it wasn't sudden and accidental. It was over time. Brian, can you explain that? And I thought even if it did happen over time, when you discover it, they will fix the actual water seepage damage. No? Yes?
No. Well, so it all depends on the language of the policy. There are policies that have coverage for seepage. And I know seepage can get confusing because it also could be something of seepage coming in through a concrete floor or whatever. But seepage in this case is a slow leak or something that's happened over time. Most policies are going to deny coverage for that. There's going to be an exclusion in the policy, but there's many that will give back if you buy the coverage for seepage. Now, I think maybe what the argument here is this truly something that happened over time? If there was that much damage, it seems like that might have been more sudden and
Brian,
accidental.
it happened pretty quick because if it was a leak, she would have noticed it right away and her damages would have been mitigated to maybe a couple of tiles falling off. But she's got two bathrooms that are just totally.
Now let me ask you this. So, Bo, did it look like the whole ceiling just crashed down at one time?
Pictures through the help of Troubleshooter. No, this happened immediate. It was clearly a burst pipe. It wasn't due to a leak or
He
wear.
saw the pipe.
Oh, okay.
I went and took photographs of it.
So she can appeal it, right, Mark? We always tell them people they can appeal their
well, I
findings.
would at this point for her, I'd get Matt involved. I get someone involved that knows what they're doing, and she has a ton of damage. I mean, Bo.
I
Really, 2 entire rooms.
Right, and then I went ahead and wrote an email to her insurance agent under one of my old stationary engineer licenses, hoping to convince them that they would cover the damage, and if they don't go with what I say, they're going to have to get Paragon involved. And also
Paragon, by the way, for those listening, we're talking about a public adjuster who represents homeowners when they've been turned down and they feel it's been unjustly turned down or undervalued. Yeah. Go ahead.
Right.
Is Bo, you
okay? So American Home Shield, I'm not happy with them. She paid this policy. I was on hold for several hours over the weekend. They would not send me her contract, but I read a sample contract, and it clearly states that they will cover any water leakage or damage from the pipes. So the American Home Shield sent this plumber out, and American Home Shield only gave her $200 for against the $850 bill, and I think they should have paid the whole thing because that's what it says in their policy. Don't you agree, Donna?
Brian, Donna, what do you guys weigh in on this? What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have to read the policy. Those are, like Mark said, those Home Shield warranty type.
Yeah, I know they're worth crap. They're worth nothing.
I don't like them, but I will say the farmers one. Unfortunately, that's not an appraisal. Mark and I know we talked about that last week sometime. Because it's not the difference of opinion of amount of damage. They're just saying it's not covered. So you need to get something that gives you some kind of professional advice or
and I'm showing it. I'm showing it on our YouTube feed. One of the pictures that shows, and so that came down. That wasn't cut out by the plumbers.
No, and then when the plumber did the repair, he just left everything there. But the pictures I show are from the damage from this burst pipe, and it didn't just happen. Drip, drip, drip. It burst. I mean, because
you can tell by the pipe itself. Where did it burst? In the middle or on the joint or what?
Now, the repair is done, but I believe where the water sprayed out, it was from a piece of half-inch copper pipe stemming it soldered into the elbow, and it just failed.
Did they get a picture of that?
No, we don't. I don't see anything like that.
Man, after the repair was done, Brian. But in my opinion, I can.
But the guy that did the repair.
Oh, wait. You came in after the repair was done?
Yes.
Well, after the pipe repair.
After pipe repair.
Then what? Then how can you say really? how can you say it was sudden?
I can say it was sudden because you lost 2 bathrooms. You wouldn't lose 2 bathrooms in a matter of weeks. I mean, the ceilings
We
came
need
down.
a statement from that plumber. We need a statement from
Okay,
the plumber saying what it was. Hey, this was a whatever size hole or whatever.
Brian, that's not going to happen because this plumber, Crown Plumbing, I've tried to call and Donna's tried to call. Apparently, after they did the work, they went out of business. I can't get a hold of them. And she does not have a copy of the contract of the work that was performed. So
Crazy.
I wrote a letter stating what I saw and observed, and I'm hoping maybe that'll.
So for those watching YouTube, I have that up, and I'm going to put another one up of some other pipes that I'm not sure. See this.
She really should get Matt involved, someone that can deal with these insurance companies. I've had denials over water damage, and Matt got it covered.
When you know, Mark, this is like $20,000 to $25,000 worth of damage. I mean, this just didn't happen from a leak.
It's probably more than that, but yeah, it's a lot.
Now, the second picture I'm putting up shows the actual new pipe that was put in. A very good job. The plumber did a good job.
They did do a good job, and it was an $850 repair, and I thought it was more than reasonable.
All right, I got to take this break. We got more right after this.
Is that Paragon? Does he work off a percentage of what he saves, or what's he do?
Say that again.
That Matt at Paragon?
Yeah, he'd get 10%. Or maybe even 15, depending on the amount.
So I'm still at a loss a little here on how you figured.
Because of Tom leak, you would see evidence of staining or dripping. I mean, this 40 pounds of pressure, just boom. If it was kind of dripping, you'd notice little spots, but it was just, I can't prove it because the repair was done. But in my opinion, it was caught. I mean, because if you have something leaking, you're not going to end up losing 2 bathrooms in a matter of a day. You know, that you could tell the damage just wasn't from a leak, it was from a burst. And if it was a cold water line, it was 40 to 60 pounds pressure. So I did write a letter to farmers, but they denied it. They denied this claim.
What's
Even
that?
after you contacted them?
No, I'm waiting. No, they denied before I got involved. That's why I went out there.
Okay.
A little key. Oh, it's not open? Yeah, I can give you mine. Of course. Sometimes they prop it.
I need a doorbell.
Yeah, doorbell.
Well,
no one would answer it. Yeah.
Right?
But Mark, you don't know how many. I don't know if Mark's listening, but you don't realize.
Yeah, I'm listening.
How many people contacted me with cures? They could do this, or they could do that, or I should do this.
Well, they're preying on you.
Yeah, and some of them are well-meaning people who heard, hey Tom, ivermectin, or do this or do that, and they were quoting people who've been cured, and
like Steve Jobs didn't try everything ever possible to anybody ever.
It was so difficult the emails I would get, people having cures, or thought they did. I knew that they weren't all charlatans. There were some of them that truly believed it, and they said, if I ever got, but when you finally get the cancer, and it's right staring you in the face, man, you don't want to take chances with, this guy, there was a guy in Mexico that supposedly cured dozens of cases, and it's just very difficult.
I think people get desperate,
They go to Mexico, and
that's right.
Well, that's the problem. People prey on them. Geez, you're going to try everything.
I think Andy Kaufman did that, didn't he? He went.
Andy Kaufman. I remember he did some crazy stuff.
I think the worst was Steve Jobs. The guy had $1 billion, and he was doing some really wild shit.
You know what's crazy about that, Mark? I think Steve Jobs, he was into those vegetable drinks. He took good care of his health. That's the sad part.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He would drink seaweed or something.
But that's the one thing that's always told me. I mean, think about that. That guy had every resource any human did, and he couldn't beat it.
Right.
Once it spreads, man, it's over.
What kind of cancer did Steve Jobs have?
Pancreatic.
Oh, he
Pancreatic.
did. Interesting.
But it was everywhere. He lit up like a Christmas tree.
See, here's what happened, and I have another friend. I call him a friend. I met at the cancer walk, who was diagnosed right when I was, and
Yeah.
they called off. Well, they went to take out the cancer, and they found it was spread. That imaging did not pick up on it. And with me, they told me that. They said, Tom, this can go two ways. We're going to open you up, and it's still going to be isolated like we suspect it is. Or we may find stuff where that imaging doesn't show.
Doesn't grab it?
No, it doesn't. And it happens quite a bit where they open you up. And I can't think of anything worse than going through that and waking up in recovery and them saying to you, Tom, we didn't take it out. And that's what happened to this gentleman I know. And I remember waking up and Stephanie was crying, crying her eyes out.
Oh, God.
And I'm in intensive care. Oh, no, I'm in recovery. And I said, Stephanie.
I thought the worst.
And then the doctor came in and said, congratulations, young man.
Young man.
You're cancer free.
Well, you should have known he was lying right there.
Whoa, yeah, young man, right.
Right.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I know. That's like their joke, young man.
But then the reason they do the chemo and stuff afterwards, though, in case there's something like microscopic or something.
That's right. It's just their protocol. They just say, we're just going to hit you again just in case.
And after you've been through all that, I'm sure you're like, yeah, hit me again.
And then so I went through 5 more of those treatments. And then after that, 28 times of radiation. 28 days straight. So I had to go in, except wait.
Where is that pinpointed?
It's pinpointed right at this, what they call the surgical bed, the tumor bed.
So where all those organs kind of meet?
Yeah, yeah. And
on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So I attempted to show some of these pictures of damage up on the YouTube feed. Well, I didn't attempt. I think I did it. And you can go on there and see it. But Brian Burns, what he said was, we need a public adjuster because when there's a question of coverage, you need to go to the policy and then you need an expert like a public adjuster who fights for you. Because what they're saying is, Donna, basically, why don't you tell us what they were saying about this leak?
He just told me when he came to the house that if it's a burst pipe, it's covered. If it's just a leak, it's not covered.
So let's ask you.
This had to be a burst pipe. I mean, it happened all of a sudden.
So you were I was going to ask you about it. Were you home at the time, and all of a sudden you heard the ceiling come down?
I heard water.
Wow. So
running.
you went upstairs and saw downstairs. Okay.
Turn the water off.
Got it.
And it was just everywhere. It came out of the bathroom and over our carpet.
Got it. So when you're upstairs in this bathroom, did you ever see any stains on the ceiling or the wall showing that there was water leaking?
No.
Never. There was never any drip. There was never any sign of any kind of stains. So the drywall then, if they kept that old drywall, it would show, you can see stains, and the stain wouldn't have happened if it burst.
It's true. It ran down, it pooled, and it was, in my opinion, it was immediate. Now, I wasn't there. I didn't get to see the burst pipe. It was repaired, but just based on what I've seen.
But the drywall wasn't up when you went there, right?
No, the drywall was down.
Yeah. Did you look at the old drywall to see if it was soaked?
Tom, I did not know the carpet was. I did not investigate the drywall.
So, Donna, your insurance said it was over time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna give you someone to call on this, okay? And
Okay.
you really need to
Yeah,
call.
and after that, I find out my deductible is $2,500, and I don't have $2,500.
Well,
but
hold
it
on.
doesn't- They'll just subtract that from the check they give
Yeah.
you. You got to get Matt involved.
Yeah, well, but let's put it this way, Donna. You're going to have to, you already got the plumbing done. How much did that cost you?
$850.
That's really good for
It was very
$850.
reasonable. Now the American Home Shield paid up, I think, $200, but you got a very good job for that.
Now, how much will it cost to put it all back together? Well, first of all, let's make sure she gets someone honest.
Hey, you know what? Hellcat just asked a great question. Did the insurance company actually come out?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Let's do that and give her Matt at Paragon Services during the break. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Man, that is a terrible situation.
It was disheartening when they say they won't pay for it.
Mark, you remember our old neighbor Trina?
Yeah.
Her cancer is in her appendix.
It's everywhere, right?
Pancreas and colon.
Doesn't she have multiple kinds of cancer as well?
I don't know. They've just said it's the colon, pancreas, and
Who is that?
that's all that I've been told.
Stephanie's old neighbor. I knew her like 30 years or 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't really know her. I just knew her as the neighbor of a friend. So.
Yeah.
You know,
Is she still with her hubby?
She is. Yeah.
yeah, I can't even tell you the feeling you get, man.
Last I heard, they were still trying to, because this all just came up.
I think I pissed JR from the road off.
Why?
He didn't like it. He didn't like me going after that Ken for saying that was a bunch of bullshit on the doctor.
Well, of course it was.
Yeah, you guys are very patient with
I get pretty touchy when people talk about pancreatic cancer for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And to think it'd be easy enough to grab a fucking flight to Europe and be fine is just fucking stupid.
Tom?
Yeah.
This friend you met at the walk?
Yeah.
Was this cancer more over the whole thing?
No, they said it was isolated.
Just like yours?
Yeah.
And then what happened? Why did
The imaging didn't pick it up. And
they opened him up.
they opened him up. They didn't
It's
find,
everywhere.
they found it on his liver.
Oh,
See,
sorry, man. That's
I'm
crazy.
telling you, man, I was fat and happy. Mark will tell you, I was saying, oh, it's isolated, it's this, that. What I didn't realize,
You didn't know that, did
well,
you?
no, I knew it was isolated from the imaging. But what I didn't realize is that it could have been hidden. It could have been.
That's what I'm saying. You
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know that.
there are times when it's hidden. The spread is hidden. So so I was wondering, why was I going in every 3 weeks and getting imaged? Well, the
How do
reason I
they
was going in
define-
is because they were seeing if it spread, and if it had spread at all, then they wouldn't have done any surgery. They won't do surgery if it spreads.
Hey, how do they define, like, if you have stomach cancer and it spreads to your liver, do you technically now have liver cancer and stomach cancer?
Yes, and it's called metastatic disease when it spreads. So if it's confined to one area, it's isolated. When it goes to multiple areas, it's metastatic or it's metastasized. And Mark, what I didn't know, when I had you at the house, you and Suze, they were the very first people. I said, guys, don't worry, it's isolated. You know what I didn't realize?
You didn't know that.
Well, no. I had known it was isolated because they had gone in to put the stent in, and they said, "Hey, good news, it's isolated." What I did not realize is a lot of those cancers start out that way, but by the time you get to all of your treatments, it spreads. So I didn't realize I was in so much danger. I was so stupid.
You were in danger.
I thought, hey, man, don't worry. They're just going to take it out.
Yeah.
But what I didn't, as I said, what I didn't realize is I was going in for all of those scans, and I'm wondering, oh, they must just be, I don't know. I don't know why. They just monitor it to see what chemo's doing. What my doctor told me is they said, Tom, we were seeing if it spread, you were remarkable. Right up to the day of surgery, it never spread. Never. So, gosh, dang it.
Tom, what if you would have waited 6 months to do
6 months would have been over. It would have been
spread.
Oh yeah, it could have been. It could have been. what I went to the doctor at the right time, and it was
color change,
and it was because, but see, a lot of people get jaundice, but it's too late because the tumor, because it's deep in their pancreas, and it spreads and it causes that. I mean, look, I just had a number of things that fell into place. Now, I'm not going to sit here like I used to say, oh, yeah, I beat it and I'm healthy and I know what I'm doing, because I got to be scanned every 3 months, bro. I got to be scanned. And this is a scary feeling.
Well, at least if they can pick it up if something happens.
It's a scary feeling.
So, hey, Tom.
Yeah.
So, one of our YouTubers, VR Vegas, because of the poll I put up about, do you believe the doctor, blah, 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 400, he put up, he's like, that's like flying to, what the fuck city was it? For the hair transplant.
Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to that guy?
Like flying to Turkey for the hair transplant. I have no idea what happened. I don't even know where he came from.
Hiram got him.
Okay. Well, then I know where
supposedly, they do great job at low prices.
You save a lot of money, no doubt.
But I mean, I'm wondering if it was that much cheaper than doing it here.
Well, even if it wasn't, if you wanted to see Turkey, I don't know if I'd want to fly back on a plane with all the stitches in my head.
Yeah.
Turkey doesn't sound like a vacation spot.
No, there's some nice places.
Really?
Istanbul or whatever.
Noah's Ark.
But they say it's almost as cheap here.
Hair transplants.
Yeah. Now, there are clinical trials going on right now that I might get in.
I swear to God, I thought, John, for a long time, I am not kidding, even 5 years ago, I thought they pulled, what are they called, those little buds? They pulled them from your pubic region and put them in your head. I swear to God, I believe that. I don't even know why. It's not like anybody told me that.
Because maybe it looks like it when they get in there.
Yeah, it looks.
Can you imagine having a head full of pubic hairs? At least go to the armpit.
I have to start doing some judging.
God, man, I just can't believe this. I mean, God, this number of cancers you fear about now. God, it's all, I've not heard, maybe it's because I have it, so many people told me, but pancreatic cancer is really more common than it's ever been. There's so many cases of it.
And like John said, it is getting cured at a much higher rate than it was even 20 years ago.
Oh, my God, yes. Oh,
and with
God.
AI, I mean, really, it's going to come down to finding the cancer and being able to inject people with something that goes in there and kills just the cancer
Just kills
cells.
it. That's right. Kill that son of a bitch. Kill it.
And it's going to come up close. That'll be the game changer there.
Oh, man.
It would be even more remarkable if it could go after a cancer cell and turn it back into a normal cell.
Yeah.
May happen in the future.
Now,
don't they say like every cell in the body is gone like in X amount of time?
Yeah.
So then how come all the cancer, if you can live 5 years with cancer, how come it's not gone, for goodness sake?
And send, all within the app.
Get out there and be heard.
To Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Tom, did you ever get to the place?
Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome. We got Major Marc Mager at the studio. Major Marc Mager, introduce our guest today, sir.
We got John Clace, and we've got Stephanie Thomas, and of course Frank Duran. You know, we were talking during 2 breaks ago, John and I, reverse mortgages. John Clace, he does mortgages, everything. But I was shocked to hear he's doing more reverses now. John, is this true? You personally, and CMG Financial. I mean, you guys are the bank. You do a ton all over the country. You're doing more reverses and like even traditionals now, or is that just your portfolio or what?
Yeah, just maybe my portfolio, but we're seeing them a lot more of it just because.
Why?
Because house values went up so much in there, and then the older people now are starting to take advantage of living out there in the house they want to stay in, and they paid that house off back a couple generations ago.
Well, if someone had a 20-year reverse mortgage and they've had it for, let's say they've had a reverse mortgage for 15 years and their house has gone up crazy amounts of money, can they actually refi into another reverse?
They can. They can refinance and access some more of that equity.
Yeah.
But it's more just people, the generation that they focused on paying their house off.
John, let's talk about
retirement.
Let's talk about the line of credit. What I love is this. If you get a line of credit that is a reverse mortgage and you don't use it, it actually grows every year, right, John?
Yes, it does. So it has a growth rate every year that offsets any of the insurance and all that stuff. But for example, we did an example the other day where a person at 62, now they had $1 million house, but they owed nothing on it. They did a line of credit, and within 7 years, they had $1 million line of credit that they could use.
Think about that in the case they need it. And not only is there a line of credit, but they don't ever have to make a payment on it. Now, I know a lot of people say, I want to leave it to my kids. Okay, fine. But if you want to live off it, you deserve it. It's like an annuity. You can just take those payments whenever you need them. So use that equity.
Well, the same would go for your all-in-one product. It's not a reverse. It's for any of us, including, rental properties or whatever you want to do. But the curious part is, if you bought it and paid off the house with that loan, you would have access to 80% of that money, of that equity in that home, till the day you die, or for 30 years, I should say.
Yeah.
For 30 years, but you wouldn't have to make a payment.
Okay.
It would just eat itself.
Now you could pay itself. So yes.
I got a question for either Stephanie or Frank, real estate brokers. Have you ever had a home you sold with a reverse loan on it, where people are either going into a nursing home, they're moving on to the great beyond, or they just want to leave? Frank, you have. Okay, so talk about that. What happens?
Really, we just get the payoff information like any mortgage and just have that information up front. So when it closes, that gets paid off.
And more often than not, they still have money left over.
Oh, yeah. Many times. In fact, it's funny, Tom, you bring that up. Zillow had a stat that came out that said 96% of homeowners are in positive equity. In other words, only 4% are in the negative. So there's a tremendous amount of people that are doing very well because of the boom we had.
Stephanie, do you find that too, that if you sold homes that had reverses on them?
I haven't.
Okay.
Sometimes it's luck of the draw, but I haven't.
Okay,
and what people don't realize, it is just like a traditional mortgage as far as getting recorded and everything else.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a myth people see, but it is it's just like a regular mortgage.
It's actually a little better in that the lien recorded is higher than you actually have. And it makes you, because some people can be lawsuit fodder. They can be, attractive to lawsuits. What I mean is, if you have a lot of equity in a home, there are times you could be a target for a lawsuit because they see that equity. But when they look at your home with a reverse loan, they see 125% against your home, don't they, John? On paper?
Yes, you're right. It's actually a big protection that we sell with it, because what happened is the government puts like $1, it supersedes all these other lawsuits and everything.
But now that doesn't mean they're going to collect 125%, but they put that on there so no one can get your house. Your house is protected, and you get to use the money, and it can't be garnished. Yeah. Think about that.
That's one of the big benefits of
nice perk.
Correct.
Now, as far as somebody wants to know, can you do a reverse loan and have a beneficiary's deed so it still goes to your loved ones without going to probate? And guys, I mean, there's a beneficiary's deed, John, that wouldn't have anything to do with this, right? It would just change ownership at the time of death. And if the estate has a positive, they sell it and keep the money. If they have a negative, they walk away, right?
Correct. The only thing that would happen is it may trigger a payoff of that loan, but at that time you want to do it anyways.
Right. And if you so You have to pay it off. Your loved one dies. You have a beneficiary deed. You become the owner. Then you have a choice. Is it worth keeping and paying off the loan, or do I sell it and walk, or excuse me, do I sell it and pay off the loan and keep the extra, or do I walk away from it? And when you walk away, just for people to know, like a lot of people used to say, oh, you're going to burden your family. You do not burden your family, right? Because the worst case scenario is the house, period. They don't come into your estate.
It's a non-recourse loan. So yes, you're correct.
And that is so important. Think about that. If you live in your home and you live off the equity, no matter how long you do that, they do not come after your estate, no matter what you have. You can have artwork, you can have other homes, you can have all kinds of stuff. They will not take your estate. Everything is limited to the home. Now, even though that's the case, very seldom, I would say, John, that reverse loans are not paid off, because I think it outpaces, homes have always outpaced reverse loans. Maybe during the recession there were a few, but in general, homes usually outpace the cost of the accrued interest, right?
Oh, just about, yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can't say 100% of the time, right? But it's damn near.
No, damn near. You're right about that. Yep.
Partnerinlending.com is John Clace. Stephanie, people want to know, are people, as far as rental property, is rental property going away in the Colorado Springs area? They have to find a place, and they say it's very difficult.
I see quite a bit of rentals.
You do?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a property manager, but I've helped a handful of clients look for rentals, and there are some availability. Okay. I guess it would really depend specifically on what they're looking for. Single family home. Yeah. I mean, I could probably honestly jump on Zillow and grab a handful of addresses.
Really? So do those rentals go on Zillow?
Yeah, Zillow is actually one of the better sources for rentals. Zillow, Realtor.com.
I don't think this person knew that, because they asked if you could help with the rental. I didn't know you could go on Zillow and find rentals.
Absolutely. When you're looking on, like I said, Zillow, Realtor.com, those public sites, you have the option to look for buy or for rent, and you can put in that property. And a lot of times that's one of the better sources that I see. We do have some of that in the PPAR MLS, the Pikes Peak area, but the system changed on us a few years ago. So that's not as easy to navigate now. We don't have as many listings there. But, I mean, honestly, I'll typically just jump on those two open sites and see what I can find. I helped my son find a house that way.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. So in any case, if you have any questions on real estate, give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank, someone wants to know, what can they buy? They have a kid starting out. Can they buy anything under $400 at all?
You know, Tom, great question. That's going to depend area to area.
Yeah.
So that's be the first thing.
I don't know if they're area specific. They were just saying they have a young person starting out.
Yeah. In fact, I had one in Thornton I sold not too long ago. It was slightly over 400. So there are options out there.
Hard to believe that we're calling those starter homes.
No kidding, Tom.
There was a time when you said, I live in a $500,000 house. You were doing something.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
right.
You're not kidding.
I know it.
Do you realize that the median price for December was $748,898 for single family?
Wait, that's median.
I'm sorry, not the median, the average. The
average,
$575.
Yeah. Well, that's still the median is $575. There's an equal number of houses above and below $575.
Yeah, right.
So, but realistically, you're never going to get a home nowadays for $200, right? Nothing.
Oh boy, that you'd have to find yourself a condo or something. Maybe a manufactured home on some land.
Not in Colorado.
That'd be tough. Yeah.
You know, our first house was Clark Farms in Parker.
Yeah.
And it was a brand new house. Suzanne picked out all the colors. Yeah, you'd been to that house.
Yeah.
1992. I think I was 21. Suzanne was 19 or pretty close to that. $110,000 brand new. 110.
I remember. Now that's a car. Think about that. That's a car.
Actually, it is a car.
Yeah. And then if you and again, we can reminisce all day long. People say, "Oh, come on," but I swear to God, you could buy a condo in Vail for
Your house
for $20,000.
After you guys moved out of your Franktown one, you guys were gone and out of there. It got auctioned off at one point. Think of that house. I don't even know how many bedrooms it has because of the addition you put in. And then that outdoor stable. How many acres was it? Like
40 acres.
It sold for like a little over $1 million. That house right now is probably $10 million all day long. Same house.
Yeah. Riding arena and a big swimming pool, and it's 14,000 feet. I mean, but yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, look at all of it. Where do you think the best place neighborhood wise? I'll come back and answer this. Where do you think, Stephanie and Frank, in your respective areas, where should people look for really good prices and really good starter homes? More on that coming up. I want to tell you, though, that if you're looking to upgrade your home, Gravina's has 50 lines of windows. Not one, not two, not three, 50 lines of windows. 303 Gravina's. All right. Oh, what did I thought I saw something from Suzanne.
Can you get any good deals out in Colorado Springs by the airport?
They're still way up there.
Are
they? What is that area called? Talib lives out there. It's really nice. Everything's new.
Talib lives out in
way
by
up
the
in
Denver
north.
Airport.
Yeah, way up
Right.
north.
What's that area called though?
Greenwood Village?
No.
I was talking about Colorado Springs.
It's hold on.
Green Valley Ranch.
Green Valley Ranch.
Green Valley. Yeah.
Green
But
Valley.
those are 4 or 5.
That thing's going to be like Highlands Ranch.
Those get up there. Yeah. Down by Colorado Springs, you can get some deals close to the Colorado Springs airport.
Yeah.
I would say, honestly, the farther south you go, it seems like prices incrementally go down.
South?
Yes. So, for instance, in Pueblo, like, I've got a house that I have under contract out there.
Pueblo 350 gets you a nice place.
Really nice. This is significantly under that.
In Pueblo?
Yeah. Well, North Pueblo, like over by like the golf course and the college. So a nicer area.
There's one golf course, I take it.
I don't know. Honestly. I don't know either. But I don't play golf.
I always ask her and Frank, well, not Frank, but her, will you sell in Pueblo? She's like, well, North Pueblo.
or Pueblo West.
Or Pueblo West, I'm sorry.
That's the golf.
Pueblo
Not
West
actually
is
Pueblo.
not bad. Pueblo West is on acreage, and a lot of the most recent home I did out there was a nice stucco property on.
He's good friends with the football coach down there.
Couple acres and yeah, it was a great property, but it was still a great deal too, under $400,000 for that. But the one I have up in North Pueblo, I've got it under contract, but we were on the market at $275, 1,600 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath, granite counters, stainless steel appliances, and I mean reasonable, not perfect, but reasonable. Nice property and.
Oh my God, yeah. I have a feeling we're going to get Greenland in one way or another. It might not be a state, but we're going to fucking run it.
Hey, Mark,
what kind? A hell of a deal with the military base there at minimum.
Mark, what kind of?
If there's truly Russian subs up under that shit and Chinese subs, that's crazy.
It's going to be interesting.
I want to know about Starlink.
Starlink rocks, bro.
I know. Which one do I get for? Now I have the big glass, my roof of the helicopter, and we tried one out. I forget what it was, and we actually got a broadband signal, because sometimes when I go live, I'm trying to perfect this where I can actually go live and actually have without cutting out. And the cell system sometimes cuts out, but that Starlink is strong. So do they make one especially for on the move, like motorhomes and stuff?
I don't know if the Mini goes on. I don't know how it would work with the helicopter, man. That thing's moving so quick. I just don't know the answer to that, man. It's not going one direction like a plane.
We did try one. A friend of mine, I'm just trying to think what it was.
Well, I'm sure if you sat there stationary and went one direction, it wouldn't be a problem. But when you spin around,
did they make one? Let's put it this way. Did they make one for the motorhome?
Yeah, but once again, that's just going kind of one direction all the time. You're not making quick moves.
Oh, okay. So, but when you're driving down the road, do you get broadband from it?
Yeah, easily.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's pretty cool. Starlink, is Starlink solid enough to take the place of cable?
I think you would want both. It's definitely, yeah, if it's up and running and there's nothing wrong with the equipment, absolutely.
Let's put it this way. Let's say you get it as a back.
The Starlink Mini says it'll work in a helicopter. Huh.
Now, what about this? If I wanted a backup for broadband, can you turn it on instantly and keep it off when you're not using it? Or do you have to have it on? Like, in other words, let's say, oh my God, we're having a broadband problem. Can I go to the Mini or whatever I have at this house and activate it?
Yeah, you can light it up instantly. You generally pay in 30-day cycles, though.
Oh, but you could light
it up and then you could park it again. And then when you park it, you put it on like a $5 plan or whatever it is.
See, maybe I'd do that because that would be super. I mean,
but it works. I mean, it works just as good. Even for broadcasting, it works great because the ping time is really low.
See, man. Mark, if you think about it, we can have a studio anywhere with that thing.
The Mini's really cool too, man.
We can have a studio anywhere.
Doesn't Mike have a Mini Starlink?
I think so.
And he puts it on your all's boat, right?
Yeah, we have a mobile one that we take camping.
Yeah, that's the Mini.
And then we have the stationary for the house.
Yeah.
So that Mini, that's a cool thing to have. Holy shit. And the Mini, why do they call it the Mini? Does it cut down on your reception or your
uploads? No, it's fucking tiny.
That they just call it the Mini.
It's like the size of an old school dictionary.
Really? Oh, fool.
It's a backpack setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's in a backpack.
That is something
Everything
else.
Comes in a backpack.
Well, we put it in a backpack.
.com. 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so we're talking real estate, we're talking rentals, we're talking loans, whatever is on your mind, give us a call. And on a reverse loan, someone wants to know, what do you do when there's two spouses or they're married and they get a reverse loan? Do you put it in both their names? How does that work, John?
Yeah, you put it in both their names and the numbers are off of the youngest spouse.
So the youngest spouse has to be how old? 62, is it?
Not anymore. It's they can be however old you want. It's just they're going to adjust what they lend you on the age of the spouse. But one of you have to be 62, or we have programs now you can be 55.
Come on. On 50, well, but you get way less when you're 55, right?
You get less, and plus, like, you're 62 and you have a 30-year-old wife, you can still do it. You're just going to get a lot less.
Okay, so let's say you're 55 and you have a house worth a lot. You can get a reverse loan and then refi it when you're 62, and you could get way more.
You could, yeah.
So and when somebody else wants to know, can they take draws to pay for their taxes and insurance, or does the company want to see them taking that out of their own money?
Oh, no, that's what it's there for, a line of credit. You can take it. The only thing they do is they make sure that you're current on your taxes and insurance to qualify for it. But, yes, you can use the line of credit to pay the taxes and insurance.
Okay. Tom, ask your expert if we can do a reverse loan on a vacation property.
No. Has to be a primary residence.
Okay. And, okay, that's interesting. So what makes a primary residence?
Couldn't a couple have two primary
That's what I was
residents?
going to say. Yeah.
They could, like you're saying, like Arizona and Colorado. And
what actually makes a primary residence?
6 months in a day, right?
Yeah. 6 months in a day, yeah. And usually it's a lot of times they go off of where you file your taxes from and things like that. But, yeah.
So that answers this other one that says a full-time motorhome, they have a home, they can get a reverse loan, though, on that home, even though they're not living there.
Not if you can drive it away, you can't.
No. I mean, they have a motorhome, they're full-time motorhome, but they have a home that they call their base.
Yeah, yes, they can do that. They could
I wouldn't make a lot of noise about you living in your RV most of the time, be right? I mean, because...
I don't think it would matter, would it?
It wouldn't, because you're still using that, yeah.
You don't have another home. You know what I love about what John does, man? First of all, if it's just a standard like 30-year, 20-year, whatever term mortgage, he got my son from application, Tom. Application. It was Miles' first house out in Nebraska. From application to closing, less than 30 days. First house. Absolutely that quick. But for people that don't qualify through traditional banks like, say, Wells Fargo or brokers or other things that don't, they actually have like asset-based stuff. They most likely you can get them into a loan. I mean, most likely.
There's a lot of programs now, and yes, we do have.
And
access.
you have them all.
We have access to them, and
now
it's nice. It's interesting.
Frank Duran, the real estate man, said he thinks there's a carve out for real estate on HB 251090. By the way, the new law that went into effect, HB 251090, says if you advertise price, you must include all mandatory fees and charges that a consumer pays or may pay as part of the deal. You have to break it down by unit. So in other words, if you were selling apples, you can't say apples 10 cents a pound or 50 cents or $1 a pound and then add to it something for a service charge or anything at all. And of course, I gave the apples just as an example. If you give a quote for a basement refinish, it has to include all mandatory charges that you would have. So Frank, are you sure? I didn't read what you found.
No, this is actually sent to me from a lender we both know.
Okay, what
he
does it say?
He says there's a carve out for real estate. Mortgages don't apply, he says, because they're federally regulated. And then
but that's for loans. But what about the real estate itself?
What he highlighted is can demonstrate that any fees, costs, or amounts in addition to the total price are associated with real estate, settlement services, and are not broker commission or fees. And that's the information. I'm going to do more digging on it.
I don't know what I just heard. Do you think Greg could call us?
He might. I could see if I can get him to call in right now.
Yeah, ask him to call the show right now. He can call either 713-TALK or 303-MARTINO. I would like to ask him about it. John, you don't know anything about the pricing of loans. You don't advertise price really when you advertise a loan, though, do you?
No, but I mean, it's been regulated for a couple of years now that you have to, with the APR, like when you get a CD,
right.
we're not allowed to change the fees once we go to closing.
Yeah, but even on a mortgage, even if you do an APR, let's say someone advertises an APR of 6.9. I mean, doesn't that still depend on credit score and everything else in the world?
It does. Everything's estimates, and then when you get that stuff,
so how would they advertise that, Tom?
Okay.
Even if it's APR.
Here's what I want to know. I have a lender. I like the guy, Dave Schmansky at U.S. Mortgage. I have a guy, and I say, look, let him shop around. He's got something now, 5-year fixed, 4.99 or lower, depending on when you close. But I also say there's a different APR. What can you explain to us, John, in layman's terms, the difference between the quoted rate and an APR rate?
Sure. So the APR is going to have all the cost of credit into it.
Up front.
Meaning, so if you get a 6% rate with a 6.375 APR, that means you don't have that much closing costs, but discount points, what you pay to get the loan. Okay. And then they amortize that
like
out.
origination fees.
Yes,
so the lower the rate, the higher the APR usually.
So, well, no, what you want to do with the consumer is you want somebody who's going to say, okay, I have a 5.99 rate with a 6.125 APR. That means there's little closing costs. But if you go I have a 5.9 and a 6.99 APR, that means you're paying discount points. You're paying.
Okay.
That's what that means.
So APR takes into consideration everything from application onward, whereas the regular one just takes your monthly payment. I get what you're saying.
Correct.
All right. 303-713-8255. More coming up. I just want to tell you, Wave 8 Wealth Management LLC, that's my company. I started it, and I did it for one reason. I didn't like the industry, and I want to help you invest your nest egg, take care of your nest egg, and then do what you want with it later in life. But I promise you this, we directly work with you. Directly. We do not shuttle your money off to a big broker dealer and make a commission. We do everything firsthand with you and for your goals and objectives. And I would not invest in anything I don't personally believe in and examine. Please find out how different we are. We'll do a free review and back test it. We'll go back 5 years and show you what we've been doing. The number is 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. Or wave8capital.com.
Craig said he's going to call in right now.
He's right there.
Is he? Okay, perfect.
Okay, so we're going to go to Craig right after this. Okay, guys, your mics are on.
It's weird not having commercials.
I know it. We should have done a best of for Martin Luther.
We were going to take off. I had best ofs all set up, and then Dave reached out to me and said, hey, can you guys do the show?
Yeah.
And he goes, everybody else is.
Okay, cool.
So I said, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter now. We didn't generate anything. That's the part that I'm scratching my head on.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I think what happened is traffic I don't think Dave told traffic we're going to be live. So they didn't book any live spots.
Hey, Dragon, did you hear that little faint phone ringing in the background when that woman was on?
Yes.
Or that guy? Okay, that was my Google Voice. I got to silence that.
Yeah, I heard it big time.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I honestly thought Deputy Doc went over to your house.
So I can turn that on and off at will. But I like the fact that we can take calls on this if we ever have to, though.
Hey, Tom, I just did a quick search on Zillow for rentals for that caller, and there's over 800.
Oh, my God.
In Colorado Springs. Yeah, I just did quick rental
Now,
search.
how many of those are single-family homes?
You know, that's the thing about Zillow. So I'm trying to go in and put criteria in, and the number's not moving. So I really couldn't say one way for sure, but just kind of scanning through, it does appear that, you know, quite a few look to be homes. So the criteria piece on Zillow isn't always user-friendly to do anything. But
hey,
yeah.
Dragon, do we know when that game's going to be yet?
What game?
The Broncos?
Yeah, 1 o'clock Sunday.
It is 1?
Yeah.
God, Mark, what do you think's going to happen?
Broncos win.
I got hope, man. I really do.
How do the Patriots plan against somebody they've never seen?
And I hear that he's a good quarterback.
Well, he ain't that great.
He should be.
What do you mean he's not that great, Mark?
Well, wouldn't you think he'd be starting somewhere?
Well, no, they said he's talented enough to start somewhere.
I don't know. I literally know nothing about him.
They
except
defense,
that he's
though.
only thrown
they do have
like
a defense.
2 passes
Denver
in
does.
2 years.
Denver does. I think they have the defense to win.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Frank is saying the defense will get him over the top.
Yep, all the quarterback has to do is not screw up. Don't throw any interceptions. Don't drop the ball.
Yeah, no interceptions. He's the highest paid second string quarterback in the league.
He is.
Apparently, he's quite. He's very good to Bo or for Bo.
He gets $8 million a year, so he's going to earn his
$8 million a year.
He's the highest paid.
$8 million a year just to sit there?
Yes, and on his tail. But he's going to earn it all this Saturday.
Holy crap! I didn't realize that.
He's going to earn it all Saturday, so he better win.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money, isn't it?
Well, considering his chances of getting hurt or anything are
what's his name?
Not much.
Stidham.
Spit up?
Stidham.
Oh.
And we got to think of this. The Patriots coughed up the ball 3 times.
It's crazy.
Yesterday.
It was crazy.
So, with our defense playing against the Patriots offense, and as long as our offense doesn't screw up,
Jarrett Stidham.
I was shocked. Did you watch the Bears?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
That was the best.
Did you see the end?
It was the best throw. The only other time I've seen something like that is that old Steelers guy. What the hell was his?
Bradshaw or Roethlisberger?
Roethlisberger.
See, they thought it was over when they kicked the field goal, and then the other teams that scored, and then the other team scored. I mean, it was amazing. That last minute, how much time was left when he did that?
Not much.
No, that was it. That was basically, I think, maybe 6-7 seconds or something.
Oh, my God.
Mark, how did he fracture his ankle? Did he get tackled, or
It was his foot. It's a bone in his foot.
I think what happened. I think it was when he was running the ball. They said it was the second to last play, but I think the third, right?
He scrambled left and got tackled, but his foot braced awkwardly that broke it.
God, I hope to goodness it doesn't happen.
So then he threw that long pass to what's-his-face that got the pass interference. Then he also did that last kneel down that he got hammered on.
So he still did a couple more plays after.
Yeah, he was playing with a broken foot for a few.
And not even the announcer said anything.
Yeah, nobody knew, and then he's like, "Guys, my ankle kind of hurts." So they went and X-rayed him, and we're like, "Well, shit, it's broken."
Oh shit, it's broken.
God damn it!
What a bummer.
Sue's asked you to check the text from her.
Yeah, I mean, that poor guy, he kicked ass he's done so great, it sucks he can't play. I feel so bad for him. Yeah. MyWay.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Craig Becker's a lender as well, and he is on the phone to talk about issues here. What did we want him on the
about that ruling?
Yeah,
Disclosing price.
Craig, Frank Duran, the real estate man, said you might know this. The real estate and how it applies to HB 25-1090, which says you have to be transparent in pricing. Did you say to him, or did you send him information that it may not apply to real estate?
Yeah, Tom, there's carve-outs for 6 or 7 specific industries. One of them is real estate, and the carve-out basically says that if any of the fees are related to real estate settlement services and not broker commission or fees, then they don't have to be disclosed. So, real estate commissions do, but title insurance, for example, those type of things would not be.
Okay, so really nothing then except the price of the house, which has the commissions and everything built in. That would be sufficient then.
Correct. And mortgages are also carved out because there's a provision that says that it's governed by and compliant with applicable federal law, then it doesn't apply. So mortgages are federally regulated. So. Okay,
thank you very much. And what are the rates doing, by the way? Since I got John and Craig, what are the rates doing right now? 30-year fixed right now. Craig?
Well, certainly they've improved a bit over the last couple months. About a week ago, when President Trump announced that he was going to direct the Fed to buy a bunch of mortgage bonds, that further lowered rates. So, we're getting closer on conventional to that 6% range. We're not quite there yet, but
okay.
FHA are in the mid 5s, so they're doing better.
All right. Well, Craig, thank you very much for being on. We appreciate that. Craig Becker, I've known him for a long time. He used to be with Ideal, and then he went off on his own. What's his company name now?
Custom Lending.
Custom Lending? Yeah. Okay. So, Mary, what's going on, Mary? Welcome to the show. What's happening?
Hi, Tom.
What's going on?
I'm over at my neighbor's house. Well, we both got emails from Kaiser about a settlement of $47.5 million settlement from Kaiser, and we're wondering if it's a scam or not.
Yes.
Well, have you heard about it?
You don't know? You know about it, Mark?
No, but I know it's a scam just based upon that.
Yeah, but hold on. What does it actually say, Mary? Tell us a little more about it.
Okay, it says notice of proposed class action settlement, Kaiser privacy breach settlement.
Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped to conclusions. I thought they were telling her, Mary, that she was due that much money.
Oh,
no. I wish. I wish. No.
Okay.
No, we just didn't know if we have it gives us a class member ID number, and everything.
But were you part of Kaiser?
Really?
Why are you getting it?
Yeah. I used to be with Kaiser about 5 years ago, and he's with Kaiser right now, my neighbor.
Yeah. Well, the answer is yes. I just looked it up.
Yeah, it's a real deal. In fact, I'm glad she called because I have Kaiser and have had Kaiser for 20 years.
Now, the class action has to do with security breaches. And as far as last year, security breaches, actually, no, it says some of them go back to 2017. You know, I often wonder, how do they know, or how do you know when you're part of a class? I mean, I got notice of one with Kaiser, and I've never been with Kaiser. Mark, I went to Kaiser one time, I think to one of their clinics. I don't know why. It might have been during COVID or something. But do you get entered into the system, I think, and then they notify you. If you were in their system, you would be in line for this. So it doesn't mean that you have to have Kaiser as your plan, but if you've ever gone to their clinic or anything and been exposed to their data bank, they say that there is a settlement. But what would each claimant? Each claimant would probably get, this is saying, anywhere from $20 to $40. So that's the pro rata. So Mark, you get that 20 or 40 bucks and you can pay me one of those steak dinners you owe me.
I think it would be, because there was 4 of us during this period of time.
You're right. They would be. Each one would be a claimant. You're absolutely right. So, Mary, it is legit. And just remember, as with all notices of class actions and stuff, verify everything online and don't give any personal information, like at all, except to identify you as part of the class. Thanks for calling. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This is for Frank Duran. I went back to that email. Good starting areas. If you were looking for a first-time buyer who they don't really care about, they don't have a specific, it's more price than anything, price and value. Where would you show them around if they're starting out, young people and, working hard and they want to find a place?
Tom, Thornton could be a great landing spot for many people. Old time Thornton, Lockbuoy, Brighton, parts of Reunion, Commerce City. So there are some good values out there, especially for somebody starting out and a first time buyer.
Okay. And what about you, Stephanie, in the South area?
The farther south you go down in the Springs, you can absolutely get single family homes for $400,000.
Like Pueblo West?
Pueblo West, you can definitely get properties out there. The north side of Pueblo, closer to the college, the golf course up there. I have a great listing up there that I've got under contract right now, but 1,600 square foot house, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage, granite counters, and we're at $275,000.
What?
So, yeah.
Where's that
great
one?
Property up there. That one's in North Pueblo. Like I said, I've got that one under contract, but that's up kind of by that. It's called University Village. So pretty northeast corner of town. But even in South Springs, Fountain, Widefield Security, you can definitely get something for $400,000 easy.
What about north? Like, what's north? As you go north in that nowhere land between Castle Rock and the Springs, isn't that coming alive right now? Monument.
Out on property, Monument, Larkspur, we're not going to be able to, I think, touch that $400,000 price point.
Oh, that's really expensive stuff now?
No, you are, you're seeing some, larger acreage properties.
Acreage.
Yeah.
What about
acreage,
west into the
homes.
foothills, west of Colorado Springs?
The west side of Colorado Springs does tend to be a higher priced area as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so Rockrimmon down to the Broadmoor area, we're definitely going to see some higher prices there. Some parts of like Old Colorado City, we might be able to, find some smaller homes in that range. And they're going to be scattered throughout the Springs. Honestly, in Colorado Springs, $400 is a pretty reasonable price point. I mean, just to give you an example, our average price sold is $524,984, so quite a bit less than the Denver area.
Yeah.
But that median's sitting about $450 for single family homes. So
what's the most exclusive area in the Springs?
Wouldn't it be
Broadmoor? Oh, goodness. There's Broadmoor, and there's a couple other, little pockets kind of in that Broadmoor
Isn't
area.
there something
but
really
Broadmoor.
nice out by like Cave of the Winds or whatever? Not Cave of the Winds. What's the other one there? Right in the Springs, though.
Like Cave of the Winds, you've got, I think it's Cedar Heights up there.
Just really nice stuff.
Peregrine in the north corner. And then there's a couple, I think Woodland Hills, a few different, that are called different things.
Is there like $5 million homes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's not as common, but yeah, we have them.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, Stephanie R.E., JohnClaysPartnerInLending.com and John Clay's PartnerInLending.com. More right after this. Okay, I'm gonna right back. I gotta use the restroom so bad. I gotta pee.
You hate that, Tom?
Get a diaper,
me too, buddy.
Get
Me
a
too.
diaper. That one astronaut drove from California to New York to kill her husband wearing diapers.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, Frankie.
What is Elaine Bennis's middle name?
Oh, well, without cheating, I'm not going to know it. What is it?
Marie.
Gosh. Elaine Marie. I wonder what episode they said that in. I don't recall.
Now that I don't know. Let's see. What is the catchphrase of Festivus? That's an easy one.
Festivus for the rest of us.
The errands of grievances, remember?
The errands of grievances.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Enchiladas. It should be great.
So I'm actually going out corporate February 2nd and 3rd.
Where is corporate?
San Ramon, California.
Oh.
I'm actually going to Houston.
Is the weather decent there?
Yeah. It's always decent there.
What do you mean they're going to Houston?
Well, we got a big event in Houston.
Oh.
Corporate. But they're coming out with all these new products.
Right? Oh, that'll be interesting.
You know what, my friend? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'll tell you what I'm doing this afternoon. I'm running right back to the office.
Yeah, let's do it.
I just got a home under contract while we were on air. So I'm going to
Miles
turn that
travels
into the title
all
company.
the time now, man. It's
Working on
weird.
some negotiations.
Well, they'll send them to like no, well, it's there's store manager conferences, there's training when they roll out like a new department or a refresh of the store. It's just I had no idea how much he'd be traveling. He's going to I don't remember now. He's going somewhere the day after the Super Bowl for 4 or 5 days. I think it's Texas, but I don't remember.
Starlink.
Nice.
Helicopter man.
The store manager meeting, he said it's a blast. It's more of a rah rah rah.
Yeah,
But
they
the
have a
rollout
helicopter.
stuff, he's
They have a
like,
helicopter.
They'll have like a mock store of what the new department will look like, so you get an idea of what's happening.
They have a Starlink helicopter mount.
But they'll send them like when they have that bike rally in South Dakota. Sturgis, they brought him and another store manager in from that market to help out the store manager in that market because it brings in over 1 million people.
Well, he fought in the Army.
That's a lot of people.
Oh, well, you think I would know all that? I know
They had the Jack Daniels barrel guy up there,
Yeah, I
and
know
he
they
was
had
signing
barrels and
bottles of
shit.
Jack.
I don't know exactly where he yeah.
Only in states that allow it. Like Colorado, I don't think they do. I mean, they sell beer and wine.
Maybe, but he volunteered for the Army.
Yeah.
He figured they're gonna draft
But
him
like
anyway.
his is the only store in Nebraska that
would be
doesn't.
if this little thing didn't happen.
And it's because it's surrounded by
what happened was he was
2 Indian reservations,
one of the
and it's
sergeants
kind of
got
more or
real
less a
happy
favor
with him.
because they will. I mean, they drink like I've never seen.
I don't have to
John, they drink this stuff called Skip.
And I'm glad that happened.
You basically get some vodka and put antifreeze in it, and they drink it and they'll black out for days. They call it skip though. But if you're caught on the reservation, you get, I think they call it 3 sundowns. If you're caught with a drink, like even a beer, you go to the pokey on the reservation for 3 sundowns, 3 days, or 3 sunups, whatever it's called. And then if you're caught selling it, they can take your house. You don't own your own house on the reservation. Oh, hell no. You're not even allowed to have it. So all these bars and liquor stores literally like right across the street from the reservation. It's pretty sad, man. We went to a bar. It was him and I. We were going to South Dakota, and we stopped at this bar to get a beer on the way down to South Dakota. And it's right on the line with the reservation. And there was a couple of Indians in there. They were so fucking drunk they couldn't even say their name right. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it's beyond like drunk. But when the bartender started telling me about Skip, they'll get these water bottles, little plastic water bottles, and pour antifreeze in there, and then pour whatever liquor they have, and they'll sell them on the reservation. And if
perspective and responds to oral arguments before the U.S. Supreme Court on Idaho and West Virginia banning trans athletes from female sports. She joins me Monday on Ryan Schuling Live.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. Okay, so we have Stephanie Thomas from Colorado Springs Real Estate. Are people moving from Denver? I've often wondered about this to save a little money. Are they moving from Denver, getting more of a house and putting up with a commute? Have you ever talked to people who said, I'm doing this, I'm getting out of Denver?
Yeah,
really?
I've helped quite a few people with that. Mm-hmm.
No fooling.
Yeah,
so where do they usually end up? Like North Colorado Springs or what?
Yeah, that north area. I've helped some people kind of out in the Peyton area, which is kind of a little bit northeast of town.
So
but
are they
if
able to get
go
more
out
house?
Parker Road, 83. Yeah, a lot of times you absolutely can. I mean, just looking at that median price or our average price sold, compared to Denver even, you can definitely get more house out there.
Hey, I get those things from you once a month. I know it's automated that it'll say your house, blah, 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 is worth this much.
Yeah.
Where does it come up? Because it always says that means you have this much equity in your house. And I'm like, I paid my house off like 5 years ago. How come that's so wrong?
It's so automated, honestly. And it comes from a source with one of our office lenders.
It's like just a pure guesstimate.
It really is. And I tell my clients that too with the conversations that I've had with them when they've asked me about it. I'm like, look, if you want real numbers, I will do real numbers for you. But yeah. Those are just those online automated values.
All right. Now, on a serious note, that Jarrett Stidham, the backup quarterback, is no slouch. I've been looking him up. And apparently he signed. Did you know that Denver signed him back in 2023?
He apparently is a great mentor to Bo.
A mentor to Bo?
Yes.
Or do you mean Bo's his mentor?
No.
What has Stidham been playing longer than Bo Nix?
Oh God, yeah.
Really? I thought he was a youngster. He's not? How old is he, by the way? I don't know, actually.
I think he's been in the NFL 7 years.
Oh, really? So anyway, Denver.
I think it's more of kind of that leadership role.
Oh, I didn't know that. Now, it said in his NFL career, he appeared in games with New England, Vegas, and Denver, and 4 career starts, roughly 1,400 passing yards before 2026. Basically, they say that he is definitely qualified to be a starter somewhere else. And he's not just a normal backup, and he's one of the top paid backups in the entire league.
Yeah, $8 million a year or something like that.
Anyway, so pre-injury, they did say that Stidham and Bo were very good friends, and they didn't say mentored, but he worked closely with Bo. So whatever that means, that's pretty cool. I don't know much about sports, but I was so bummed when I heard that Bo Nix got hurt. And I guess but somebody else asked, why is he going to Alabama? to get fixed.
Yeah, we got great surgeons here.
You know, because his hometown, that's where he's going back home to be around family. And his dad knows that his dad, of course, coached down there forever. And his dad's dad, and they know surgeons down there. So I imagine they worked on some of the college kids possibly. And
he's had two other, one of the funny things was, he said he had a broken ankle, I think, in high school, then maybe one in college or something. He was telling the coach that last Sunday, or when they play Saturday, and the coach said, "Oh, well, if I knew that, I would have never have got you."
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, thank you very much, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, StephanieRE.com, and John Clay's partner in lending.com. Folks, don't forget, you can always reach me at 303 Martino, or all of us, I should say, 303-627-8466.
All right, you're clear.
See you, man. See ya.
Thanks, Tom, so much.
At Real Tom Martino. And stay